Hey everyone, and it has been quite a long time since I have joined you all, and it is a pleasure and an honor to stream today. This is going to be a very casual stream, and so obviously, like if you're watching this in the archive, you may not miss much. I don't know. Sometimes with these chatting with viewer streams, they start off really boring and they get interesting because someone brings up something and I go, okay, and we kind of go down a rabbit hole. But it's been a while since I streamed. I believe it's been since the 26th, and there have been a lot of reasons as to why that is. And so I'm going to give everyone a couple of minutes to connect and get comfy and squishy. And I just want to talk about the last month or so because it has been difficult. And excuse me. Though I don't really like to talk about myself very much because I'm kind of not necessarily a private person, but I don't always get into my particular stuff because, it's personal. This last month has been really crazy and trying in some ways, great in others, but also, a little difficult. So just going to give everyone a few moments to connect and get comfy and watching that concurrent viewers climb. So that's cool. Hey, how's it going? Wow. Yeah, look at this number. So it's climbing. And I'm so glad that you guys are popping in. I hope you stick around. It's, again, not going to be the most amazing of streams. I don't know if we're going to play anything, what's going to actually happen. We're just kind of taking it as we go. Take it on the run, as REO Speedwagon would sing. So, cool. Stephen St. Peter, my grip has reached 1.01. Oh, 1.01. What? Oh, 1.013. So is that you don't even have two members? Is that you have one and then 0.013 thousandth of a member? Am I reading that correctly? So how do you have like 1,000th of a member? Word notice here. Let's see. Yeah, no, we don't have call-ins. We don't do that here. This is not a talk show. Hi, and call me with your problems. No, we don't do that. So, 1013. Oh, okay. I was going to say, if you're having like 1,000th of a member, you might not be doing something right. So, so a few things. Let me just set this controller down. I was installing NHL 23. I thought I'd screw with it at some point and just get disappointed by the lack of accessibility because I'm sure there's going to be nothing this year. There's nothing in FIFA. There's nothing in NFL really, in Madden. So I'm not expecting much for NHL. But I thought I'd take a look at it and disappoint myself. But yeah, this last month has really been tough. So, again, there have been some highs. Obviously, for those that don't know, I am working on Brainstation again. And if you didn't know that, you know it now. I've actively started developing again. I have no release date on when the game is coming out. I have no real hard information on any of that stuff. So if you're like, when's the game coming out? I have no idea. I don't even want to hazard a guess right now. It's going to be out when it's out. That's the way I look at it at this point. Your guess is as good as mine. Pick a day and you're probably, who knows? You know what I mean? Like, feel free to guess because I have no clue. Also, I was not around much because I was in Chicago a month ago, as you guys know. Also, sorry, I have the hiccups. I apologize. Acer BT is here. How's Damon? I don't really know. Haven't really talked to him too much. Evil Chocolate Cookie is here. TSI 2 says, good morning. Don't some languages use a period instead of a comma between groups of 3 digits? I don't know. Do they? I've never seen. I mean, I know commas are. Hi, Liam. Glad you're back and hope you're doing well after everything that's happened. Yeah. Oh boy. So, middle of September, I went to Chicago, and my family said, "Hey, listen, your grandma's not doing great. You might want to come out and see her for a little while." So, I did. I mean, it was a very short trip. It was a Wednesday to Saturday, and I went out there. Also, while I was out there, I went to Jackbox, which I think I've talked about a little bit. So that was, that was cool. I was very excited. I ended up getting a shirt out of the deal. I don't have the shirt with me. Not that many of you could see it because I know most of you are blind, which is okay. I'm blind too, so I'm not judging. But I have a Jackbox shirt. It's really kind of cool. It says, I am Liam from Job. So they made me a shirt. And I like it. It's really cool. Lena put it together for me. So big thank you to Lena from my friends over at Jackbox. Has anyone tried out Rhythm Doctor? I have. All right, hold on. I'm gonna get to all your messages here in just uno momento. So, I went down to see my grandma, and my grandma was not doing very well. I don't want to get into all the particular, personal stuff as to what was going on, but she was very sick. So I spent a little time with her, got to, see her for a little bit. Went to Jackbox, went home, and was like, okay, that's cool. I'll be back in December. I'm going to come back over Christmas. So anyways, some stuff happened, and I got a call, and it was my family saying, hey, your grandma passed away. So I had to rush off to Chicago for the funeral and to spend time with my family and, put all of those things in order. Anyone that has lost a loved one, excuse me, again, I am not emotional. I just, I am hiccuping and I'm coughing. I should have grabbed a lozenge. So, I went down there and we had the funeral, and it was very nice and just really wonderful turnout. Great to have everyone there, and it meant a lot to me. And y'all have sent me really cool messages, and I really appreciate it. I did mention it I did make a YouTube post and said, hey, this is what's going on, and I appreciate everyone that has reached out, and I appreciate it. It's very kind of you. But anyways, so I was not planning on going away again. And so last week I was in Chicago for about 8 days because getting transportation home was problematic. It took me a while to get a train, and had to get a ticket, and a lot of the trains were full. And yeah. So anyways, the whole point of this is that I have not been around. And I've been spending part of my time coding. I've been working on Brainstation, which if you watch the last video, the 26th, I believe it was the 26th of September, I actually showed off Brainstation. We talked about it a little bit. Obviously, between then and now, I've added a couple new games and have been working on some other cool stuff and all that. But I haven't really had a chance to work like I'd like to because obviously I was away. And while I was away, there is one cool thing, and I gotta be. There's only so much I can say right now. But I will say that last Monday I went to Jackbox. That's no secret because I posted about it on Twitter. And I spent the day at Jackbox and had a very good time and got a lot done. And I'm just going to say I'm very excited for Pack 9. And I'm going to leave it there. But I am really excited for Pack 9. I think people are going to really enjoy it. And I'm just super, super excited for 9. So let me catch up with some messages. I stopped reading. I apologize. McKenna says, have I ever played a game called Galactic Colonies for the iPhone? If not, would you be willing to mess around with it today? Not today, McKenna, but you know what? Let me look at maybe doing some iOS games down the road. I have heard of it. This game has become my new obsession. I will not today, but I will. So we'll put that on the list. So yeah, has anyone tried out Rhythm Doctor? I have. I don't know what the status of that game is. I'm assuming it's still in beta. It's really cool. And when they release it, I will stream it. We've been asked not to, I guess, share the beta, which I'm assuming meant don't stream it. So, and thank you, Ludum. No Like Game says, glad you're back. Sorry about what happened. Glad you're okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Like, I'm dealing. Oh, what an awesome shirt, says the Word Nerd. Yeah, it is really cool. I got so excited when it came in the mail, and actually I wore it to Jackbox on Monday, and everyone was like, "You've got the shirt!" And like Lena was all excited, and I was excited, and we had a really good time, and I got a lot done.
Marco Garitoni donated €2
Thank you,
and
Marco.
49 cents through Super Chat. Hi, hope you're doing well.
Thank you for the Super Chat, and I am okay. I have S plus rank on almost every Rhythm Doctor level. It's a hard game. It's cool though. You missed my huge mess apparently. Oh, your computer failed. Okay, that sucks. So sorry for your loss. I somehow managed to miss your other posts, says the Word Nerd. Yeah, it's okay. When it came down and it happened, I didn't post a lot. First of all, my family, we wanted kind of our privacy and just our time to like grieve and mourn and let everyone know. And we really felt that posting something on Facebook would be really impersonal. So we kind of made our calls. We kind of did everything. And by the time we're kind of like, yeah, you know what? We're willing to talk about this. I was already on the road and I like didn't want to write about it. And I didn't want to talk about it. It was hard. It still is hard. It's not going to not be hard. Kamar Hussein says, hi. I recently got to test a game in pre-release stages. It's a game that's available for pre-order now. When is the marathon, says No Like Games. Marathon is November 19th and 20th. I mean, I'm assuming 19th going into the 20th. So I have not put up a Marathon 22 page yet. That is my project this weekend. I'm currently working on getting prizes together. Hopefully we'll have a lot of prize options. We're going to wait and see. So there's Marco's super chat. Thank you so much. People have played it on YouTube already, says Acer. Yeah, I don't know. I had asked, and didn't, I kind of got the feeling that they wanted to wait till release. But I mean, obviously there's nothing stopping people from playing it, but I'm one of those people where if I know something is a pre-release, I know that it's not publicly like released where it's behind a wall, whether it's a Discord wall or whatever. I will always work with the developer because some developers don't really want you to do that. So I always ask first. Happy White Cane Day. Oh, that is today, isn't it? McKenna says maybe we can have a stream on YouTube or Twitch and we can do a mix of Jackbox games as well. What's your opinion on that? Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. And it's going to be starting next Thursday. There's going to be a lot of Jackbox stuff. Again, very excited for next week's release. I'm just, that's all I can say. I don't know if the version 1.0 is going to have all the accessibility stuff, but there is some really cool accessibility stuff coming. Even in the stuff that does not seem like it would be inherently accessible. That's going to work, and it's going to work really good. Did you know that David is in a Western drama and also the Blind Quest games? Yeah, I know that David has voiced a lot of stuff for them. I was thinking about that this morning, actually. I was actually at work, and I was like, man, I really wish I had gotten to voice a character in a Western drama. That would have been really fun. I love Westerns. Also, it's the status of the marathon. I think I may have just answered that already. So, yeah, marathon, November 19th and 20th. That will be, I would assume 10 a.m. Eastern, like usual. And probably will go until I pass out or, do serious damage to myself. Hopefully not like last year. I missed who passed away, but my condolences for your loss, says Nick. My grandma passed away, Nick, on the 2nd of October. Kamar Hussein says, thanks for speaking my name correctly. Is it Kamar? Is that correct? That's what I assumed it was. Hope I got it correctly. Thank you, Abdullah. Thank you. Yeah, sorry for your loss. My condolences to you. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's been a hard month. Jackbox is actually getting advertised on YouTube. The game I'm testing is the Bop It button. It's coming out to turn... Oh, because Bop It's turned 25 this year. Oh, wow. What language did you use to develop that game? Which game? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Oh, by the way, I promise I won't be spamming the chat for AAC requests this time. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do Adventure at Sea again this year. I think if you want plenty of that, you can tune into last marathon, which please do. Please rewatch that. It's 24 hours of content. Might actually be a little more. I think it went longer because of the prize draw and stuff. So check out that playlist. It's up on my channel. It is 24 hours of content. Binge watch it. It was a lot of fun. I really had a good time, sans the fact that I damaged myself. It took a bit to recognize his voice. No, I would assume that he's got a completely different voice. Andrew, I think they're all Italian, so, but he does a good job. I will say, I do like David. I like the work that they do over in Italy. I have been critical of some of their releases, but overall, I think they do a decent job. Hopefully my brain will recover from this weekend by that time. Kamar says, yeah, it's fine. Oh, cool. All right. I played the publicly available. Yeah. Yeah, no, I did. They've got an access beta, which is cool. And I don't know when they're going to fold that into like their current release, but, McKenna says, my grandpa passed away in 2013, so I know the feeling you were going through. I was really depressed when he passed. Yeah, I've lost both my grandparents now, so it was hard. I mean, it was easy in some ways because she was very sick, and it was kind of a blessing for her to not suffer, but it was also hard because it was our loss, and anytime that you lose a loved one, it's hard. Especially, I was very close to her. I lived with her my whole life, pretty much. I was kind of her caretaker for a long time. So, it was hard. I hope it's menu narration. We'll talk about it next Thursday. I don't want to... Well, here's what I'll say. The early access demo does not have menu narration. So, I mean, I don't know if you can still get that demo because I think the Steam what they were doing that Steam festival thing. I will say that the early access demo did not have narration. So that's, I mean, but, the accessibility in the games, I'm very excited for. I got to play with some really cool tools, which that was the really cool thing about Monday. Again, I don't want to get too specific. Not that I haven't really signed an NDA, and B, I don't think I can really spoil anything. Because I'm not going to talk about what they actually are, but there were some really cool tools I got to work with, and I actually worked on Monday. Like, I went in, sat at a workstation, and we worked, and it was wonderful, and I was excited. And I would love to do it again. They know that. Chase knows that. We've chatted about it, and I had a really good time. It truly was the most fun I think I've had in a long time. And a lot of people would be like, going and working doesn't sound fun, but getting to do accessibility and getting to actually work with developers directly and play with the fun toys was really cool. Jane says, hi, I am here. Missed the beginning. Hey, Jane. I think he's Tristan in Heroes Call too. No, I do not believe he did anything in Heroes Call. I am 100% sure that he did not. Anything new from previous marathon, like spin wheel? Oh yeah, we'll bring the wheel back. We're also going to do some voting because we know that the voting works well. Thank you, Liana. Liana says, sorry for your loss. The game that I'm writing. So it's written in another language. I'm just going to say it's written in AngelScript because that's really all that matters, honestly. I'm able to use a lot of my pre-existing code, and it works really well. And very excited to have it released. I just don't know when. All right, so I think I've caught up on messages finally. Hi to all 21 of you that are here. So I've been playing around with downloading the NHL 23 beta. I'm going to see how far along that is. Let's see if that's done. I was going to mess with it a little bit, see if there was any accessibility.
Control Center for Liam Irvin. Official news.
I'm not really expecting much.
Music. Voice. Broad. Download.
Here's downloads. Let's see if there's anything
selected.
here.
To move, press NHL 23. PS5. Installed. 1 item.
Is it done?
Press cross to select. System software. Installed. 2 items. Press cross. NHL 20. PS5. NHL 23 selected.
Is that done?
Recently installed.
Oh, it's acting
NHL
like it's
23.
done.
Installed. Item.
Can I run it?
Item. Press cross to select.
I guess I got to go back here and run it. I
Download
figure I'd try it and see if they've done anything with accessibility. I didn't want to do a whole separate stream because I'm not expecting anything.
More. Play game. Button. Press cross to official news. NH.
All right, well, let's try it. Let's see what happens.
Remain.
All right, remaining. Okay. I'm not expecting anything
NHL 23.
accessibility-wise this year, but I thought I'd take a look at it and play with it and see. Yeah, prepare for impending disappointment, says Word Nerd. Oh, I'm sure. Have a look at that. Yeah, I did look at it, Acer. Probably not going to go that route. It does look kind of cool. I'm probably going to do something with Azure or Spokestack, maybe. Azure would be my preferred. Okay, I should be reading the screens. Let's see here. So, again, if you're tuning in late, last month has been really crazy. My grandma passed away. I have been in Chicago twice. I've also been coding, which is exciting. I've been working on Brainstation. So that is, all those things are why there have been no streams. I know I need to finish Last of Us. Like, I did a 10-hour stream and then stopped. All right, Electronic Arts Agreement. So welcome to you. Can I just press that?
Score clock calibration. Use the
Oh, see, they did this again. This sucks. They just had Sobalski record things instead of doing text-to-speech. I'm so disappointed. This is going to be a mess again this year. Okay, how do I skip this?
Welcome to NHL. For accessibility settings, press the triangle button. Your NHL settings and accessibility. Press the L1 button or the R1 button to
see.
Color blindness.
Oh gosh,
Default.
look, there's an
puck highlight.
Item
Media.
That's not even.
Player name indicate.
All right, there's 2 items that don't have spoken text. EA, what are you doing? So brightness, contrast don't have. Look, those don't have things.
Player name, audio accessibility.
All right.
Master volume, menu narration, on.
Yep.
Menu music type, NHL soundtrack, toggle beat, coach calls volume, 10. Menu music volume, 10. 4.
I love that when he reads these, he just yells them. I'm sure these are recordings from 3 years ago.
Arena music volume, 10.
We'll leave that.
Commentary volume, 10.
I might
7.
turn that slightly.
Arena announcer volume, crowd volume, 6. Goal horn volume, 10.
Well, gotta leave those
Sound
at 10.
effects volume, 10.
So, oh, and this one does not have a label on it. Let's see which one is it. I'm gonna see here. All right, that's. Oh, okay. That's audio mix type.
Master volume, controller accessibility, controller vibration, enhanced. This will turn controller vibration
Enhanced.
on or off. On. Enhanced.
What is enhanced?
Difficulty. Semi-pro. Rookie. You controls. Skill stick. Hybrid. NHL
We'll do
94.
NHL 94.
Skill stick. Gameplay preset.
See,
Preset 2. Traditional.
this would
4-minute
be
Preset
so much
1,
easier
arcade, 3-minute period.
if they would just use text to speech.
Controller vibration. Enhance. Chat accessibility.
We don't
speech
care
to
about
text,
any of that
off.
stuff.
Visual accessibility. Color. Your NHL experience. I am experienced. I have not played recently. I am new to sports gaming. This offers simpler control. I am an expert. I am new to sport controls. Hybrid. Combination of buttons and skill. NHL 94. Difficulty. Rookie. Gameplay presets. Preset 2. Traditional. Preset 1. Arcade. 3-minute
What are the other
periods.
presets?
Preset 3. Competitive.
Oh.
Preset 4. Full sim.
Wow.
10-minute periods. Preset 1. NHL settings. Thank you for setting up your hospitality settings. You can make
You're welcome,
changes to
James.
these at a later time by visiting the settings screen.
Okay.
Go back and edit settings. Accessibility settings. Continue. NHL audio settings. Select your audio setting for the best gameplay experience. Stereo. Best for
Now he
sound
reads
bars and
these.
2.1 setups. Surround. Best for surround sound setup. Stereo. Best for sound bars. Headphones. Best setting for when playing with headphones.
This is a new thing, though. I don't remember this being in
TV speaker.
previous, so we'll do
Headphones.
headphones.
Press
Hey
the X
everyone,
button to
I'm
continue.
Carlin Bathe, and here's what's new in NHL 23.
All right.
This year, we've added a new series of desperation animations and gameplay moments that add a new layer of authenticity.
Haha,
and
the way he says
excitement to
on.
the
Yeah.
game. These include stumble actions, where you can attempt a pass.
Are there gonna
or
be any
shot
Pop Tail
after
Weeklies?
taking
No.
Contact.
I am no
Plays which
longer
allow for
involved in that
incredible
project,
moments
unfortunately.
Like diving shots or clearing attempts.
Hey, Blind
and
Insanity.
Enhanced goalie AI, where we've added 350 new animations.
Man, dude puts his whole throat into it on 11. I know, it's like he doesn't realize he could just read them. I wonder if that's the way he talks. Hey, Rock. What do blind people need with brightness and contrast anyways? Yeah, exactly.
We've also added new X Factors. Trevor Zegras' Skilled Up lets you recreate
Good God, he
a
sounds way
rival
too
flip
manic.
pass over the net. And Sarah Nurse's Relentless increases the player's ability to shoot and pass while off balance. This year, the X Factor AI is even smarter, and that
And they
means
did
better
cool stuff with, like,
playmaking,
Zegras'
with AI
lacrosse
players
goals,
using
too.
Enhanced X Factors to be more
All right, so we got-
in NHL 23, gameplay strategies have been updated across the board
All right.
to make it a new interactive Stanley Cup celebration gives you agency
Really?
when it's time to recognize your big win. You get to choose who hoists the cup first.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
then you get to see your name etched on this iconic trophy.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I'm glad they
same
did that for the
hat-trick hat. In a
animations.
significant update to franchise mode, players can now customize their league in a
Yay!
multitude
This
of
is
new
kind of
ways.
cool,
You'll be
actually.
able to set the number of teams from 6 to 48, covering
Whoa,
the past and
48.
the future of the NHL. You decide the length of the season, divisions, and conferences, and how
Oh,
the schedule will be
dude.
set. Playoff formats, series lengths,
Yeah,
and even salaries
cool.
and cap ranges are also available to define for your own custom experience.
That's neat.
This historic level of customization, along with roster sharing, allows players to model their leagues
Oh, that's
after
cool.
their favorite years and seasons, from the original 6 to the high-flying 80s.
Oh, yeah, so it does have a description. Yeah.
In a historic first, the double IHF women's national team members can now play alongside men in a hut lineup.
Really?
Allowing you to make your dream team of the sport's best players a reality.
Oh, that's kind of a big
Plus,
deal.
National team players will have both base and master items incorporated into events.
Okay.
To keep hut rivals feeling fresh, players can now compete in a total of 10 different game themes. And following feedback from our community, you can now unlock 3 additional tiers of rewards based on wins or win streaks, which will be granted immediately.
So the fact that you can put the women into the men's lineup is really huge because a lot of games don't like to do this. They like to keep all the women's stuff. Like, I think the NBA series does not let you play WNBA players in the men's game. And that could be the reason they do sometimes is that's because of the agreements they sign. So like NFL, for example, I believe when they did the NFL license for EA, the NFL was probably like, you cannot create NFL teams. You can't do custom leagues and stuff. Which is why if you ever wondered why like Madden doesn't let you create a team and name it, I think that's why. I don't think it's because they don't want to do it. It's because they're not allowed to do it. Evil Chocolate Cookie says this sounds kind of cool. I think that's the most enthusiastically read changelog I've ever heard. Kamar says, can I speak like him? Okay, let's press X.
EA Sports NHL values an inclusive community.
Yeah, okay, who
We
cares?
believe
Stanley Cup game.
Okay.
Free skate. Main menu.
Oh, they have free skate. That's cool. All right.
Choose your favorite team. Use the left stick to choose your favorite. Columbus Blue Jackets, Colorado Avalanche, Chicago Blackhawks.
So, the really unfortunate thing. All right, so then we have this screen that's not talking. Let me read it. Oh, connecting. Okay. So one of the problems with NHL, again, they did...
One's now. Hot. Play now.
They did this thing that I hate that they do. So when you go to something like Play Now, well, I'm not expecting this to change. And they didn't disappoint. Look, I can change the teams, but it doesn't read them. So I don't actually know who I'm selecting. So that's dumb. So this is really dumb. So nothing is really improved. It's the same disappointment. Also, I wanted the NHL soundtrack. I don't think they're giving me the NHL soundtrack. Now I'm going to get caught. Thanks, guys. All right. So I'm going to do myself a favor and just give up. I'm just giving up. So I'm not going to even bother with this. Let me just turn this off. So this is disappointing. So if you wondered,
turn off PS5.
they haven't really done anything. I'm going to maybe play with it on my own, but I'm not going to waste any of your time with that because that's just going to be a waste of all of our time. So that's too bad. That's kind of a downer. Yeah, it sounds like this game has some Muse music. I don't know if that's Muse or not. Does sound like them though. He wore out his voice before he could announce all the menu items, says the word nerd. Yeah. You know what's really funny is he's actually calling real hockey this year. He's doing the Abbotsford Canucks games, which is funny because he's not a play-by-play guy. He's just he actually was a journalist for TSN, and they didn't want to pay any of the major like play-by-play guys. So they were like, hey, Sobalski, you're nobody. No offense to Sobalski, I like him. But they're like, here, you come voice these video games. Noped right out of that valued exclusive community. Yeah. So that's I'm not surprised. No shock here. Not even disappointed. Just whatever. This is EA, this is what they do to us every year. Yeah, I'm not going to even bother. It's not worth wasting my time. Why bother? I could go through the settings. I could set up the sliders, tweak my skating stuff, make it, so that the computer is slower, but why? Nothing has changed. It's not worth my effort to even do it. It'll take me 20 minutes. And for what? Really, for what? Like, what am I going to get? So, Rocky sends, who cares? Oh, wow, Rocky clipped it.
EA Sports NHL values an inclusive community.
Yeah, okay, who
We
cares?
believe
Oh my god. Oh, Rock, that's great. I gotta watch that. I gotta hold it.
EA Sports NHL values an inclusive community.
Yeah, okay, who
We
cares?
believe
Dude, this is why I love Rocky, man. He's a great dude. Rock's one of my best buds. You know, I love that dude, and that's why. I've done the same thing to him on Twitch. He's got, remember, Rock, remember the time you killed Karen and I clipped it for you? So Rock's just, you know, returning the favor. So, let me, I'm going to go over a few things really quick. So, that is, there's your look at NHL 23. At least from an accessibility perspective. Looks like a really cool game, and I love to enjoy it because I love hockey. I mean, listen, if I could have a narrated experience in hockey where I could actually make my own rosters, do all this stuff with text to speech, that would be wonderful. I would stream a lot of NHL 23. The problem is they haven't been doing anything for us. So it's just, it's annoying. So, next Thursday is Jackbox. I will stream. I'm going to be streaming both on here and on Twitch. I'll start in the afternoon on here. And my hope is, depending if they're not too busy, some of the Jackbox people might be stopping by. I know last year Lena came and hung out. And that's where, have you heard of Liam? He's Great started. So Lena may pop by. I'm hoping like Chase will pop by. I don't know who else we're going to get. You know, but we're going to check out some of the games on YouTube, and then we'll check out some on Twitch, like in the evening. I don't know what I want to do here. I really want to do Fibbage. Fibbage is one of the greater games. I really want to do Fibbage on here, and I think that'll be like the first one we do. Also, would not mind doing like Nonsensory or Junktopia. Rumerang is cool. I don't know how that's going to translate to us. The one that everyone's been worried about is Quicksort, and I do want to stream that because that's going to be fun. Rocky says, Jackbox. Yeah, thank you, Steven. It's been a while since I was live, but great to hear from you again. Yeah, it's good to be back. It's been kind of a crazy month, but yeah, so Jackbox next Thursday. It's going to be a big Jackbox kind of weekend. And like I said, my hope is some of my Jackbox friends will show up. You know, hopefully Chase, Ryan, Alex. I don't know who all is going to pop by. And they've got, you know, to be fair to them, like they're going to have their own launch streams and stuff. So they're going to be busy. But my hope is that someone will stop by. Last year, actually, he didn't comment in chat, but Joe Bianco, the voice of the wheel, actually tuned in and did comment to me that it was the first time he ever watched a streamer play something that he was that he did voice work in, and he thought it was really interesting to watch someone play a project and then comment on it. So he thought that was really cool. I would certainly, I think if we could get Cookie Masterson to stop by, I think that'd be even better. But I'm sure Tom is going to be a busy dude. But we'll see what we can do. I'll see who I can get to stop by and say hello. That'd be pretty sweet. I would like it a lot, man. So I've also been working on Brainstation, and don't really have a lot I want to show you right now. There are some new games, though, that I've been working on, and some new fun things. Obviously, one of the big things is daily anagrams. That's been a requested feature by testers and just all of you in general. Just been like, hey, can we have anagrams? Yes, you can. Daily anagrams are here. And I've actually, with one simple script, I've got anagrams generated through 2025. So the good news is daily anagrams won't run out. I've put 3 years worth of anagrams into the system, so that was really easy to do. So we've got that. We've got, if you like Wordle or the classic game show lingo, I've got a game for you. And I've been doing a sequences game that is kind of getting mixed results right now with testers. So I may have to go back to the drawing board on that one. But I'm going to try to add a few more games to Brainstation and then start really getting it together and getting it so that you guys can buy it and play it and squeeze it and love it and hug it forever. I'm looking at, I've been doing a lot of the businessy stuff, trying to figure out what we're going to sell it for. I am expecting, and I'll just come out and say it because I might as well start getting my pushback now. I am probably going to sell it for about $30. I know that is kind of a high price point, and I apologize, but there are a few things that are making that decision. One of them is that I have to, live and pay rent and not end up on the street. So I do have to make money so that I can, live in my house. The other thing is that I do believe that it will have a lot of replayability. I think there's going to be a lot to do in this game, so I don't feel like I'm gypping you by charging a little bit more than you might see elsewhere. And I do think it's a fair price. I mean, obviously, if we were to take inflation, and if we took like a game like Super Liam, which in 2004 was $25, I don't know what that would be in $2022, but I'm assuming it would be like 40 or 50. So one of the cool things is that game prices really have not inflated, even though the cost of living has inflated. So, the fact that like my upper echelon for a price for this game is 30 is not bad. I personally think it could be worth a little more, but I'm happy with 30, and I'm hoping that that's fair, and I'm hoping that people will find it to be a fair price. Can I show you the new stuff, or is it not ready, or you don't wanna? Jane says if you stayed the price, I missed it. $30, Jane. That's what I'm looking at. I'm kind of like, I don't want to, because here's the thing. I don't want to undersell myself. I've worked very hard on this, and, I think as somebody, when you make something, you definitely want to get what it's worth. But I also, that's juxtaposed against making something that is a fair price. It's not reasonable for me to go, hey, $50, I mean, I don't think that's fair. Will there be a demo version for Brainstation? Yeah, there will be a demo. It's going to be a very limited demo. Obviously, things like achievements, all the games, the shop, whatever, that's going to be, stuff that you purchase. But demo will have a couple games that you can try. You can make sure. The demo for me is more to make sure that you can run it, that it works, that the game runs for you, that it works on your system. I don't agree with not having a demo for something, because there's nothing worse than buying something and not being able to use it. And it is very hard to refund someone's money. I mean, obviously it's doable, but it adds a unneeded level of complexity. And so it's easier to be like, listen, I have a demo. You can, make sure that it works for you. If the demo runs for you, the full game is going to run. Like, that's not, Jane says that's reasonable. Well, yeah, and I think it's fair. I think, like I said, when you start talking about inflation and stuff, like I think that game prices are not inflating, especially accessible game prices, is really reasonable. I mean, I have something next year that if I work on another project, I'm going to make a very unpopular decision, and I don't want to talk about it right now because I'm going to have a lot of justification of it next year. But I want to do something, but if I do it, people are going to be really unhappy with me, which I apologize for in advance. And trust me, when you guys hear about it, you're going to be like, really, Liam? Why are you doing this to us? But I have reasons. So I could play the new. So you guys want to see word pick and maybe daily anagrams? Should we try those? Should I take I don't need to take a vote, right? Who's going to say no? Who's going to be like, no, I don't want to see this? No. If you say no, you'll hurt my feelings. I'll cry. No, I won't cry. Jane says sure. Well, let's do it. All right, so we're going to take a look at a couple of the new things that I've been working on.
Brainstation version.
Brainstation.
Brainstation main menu. Please select an option.
So
Play.
hopefully you guys are hearing.
Spend coins in the Brainstation shop. Achievements 28 out of rate 40. Rate 35. Options menu. Achievements 28 out of 300.
There we go. All right, turn that down just a little bit.
Spend coins in the Brainstation shop.
Oh, actually, I could turn that up a little higher. There we go.
Brains achievements. Options menu. Achievements 28 out of 319.
So I have a lot of achievements. Now, do I have word pick?
Play menu. Word pick.
Yeah, I do. Okay. So let's check out word pick.
Main menu. Please select and help.
You know what? I'm going to turn these down just a little bit.
Word pick help. Welcome to word pick. The computer will select a 5-letter word and you have to guess it. Use deduction to find the mystery word and open the safe. When you enter a word, 5 tones will play. A high-pitched tone means the letter is in the correct spot. A medium-pitched tone means the letter is in the word, but in the wrong spot. A low-pitched tone means the letter is not in the word. Press F2 to hear the word so far. Press F3 to hear how many guesses you have left. Press the space bar to hear the letters you have currently typed. Press backspace to go back 1 letter. If you forget these keys, just press F1 while you're playing and I'll remind you. Harder difficulty levels give you fewer starting letters. Have fun.
All right.
Word pick
So that makes sense, right? I think it's pretty straightforward. I think we all get that.
Brains help. Play word.
All right.
Please select an easy.
Easy. All right. So we have 90 seconds. I don't know if the help tells you that or not. I don't think it does.
3, 2.
All right. Here we go.
1. PLI blank blank.
All right. PLI blank blank.
PLIN. T. Not a valid
That's
word.
not a word.
PLIN.
Blind?
Not a valid word.
That's not a word either.
PLIN. N. ILE.
I already suck at this game.
PLIES.
Plies. PLIE blank.
PLIE blank. PLIE.
Hey,
RAZ
there we
blank
go.
blank. RAZ blank blank.
Razor.
RAZOR. FOR blank blank. FORKS.
Not forks.
FOR tape.
For.
FOR. TY. WIS blank blank. WISEF. WISH. AS. Double.
WIS.
K. Y. Not a valid word.
That's not a word.
WIS. H. Y.
Okay.
WIS blank Y. WIS. SY. Not a valid word. WIS. TY. Not a valid word. TY.
Yes.
TAP blank blank. TAP blank. TAP.
Tape.
H-O-T blank blank. L-T-S.
Oh, no. I ran out of time.
Time's up. You found 5 words. Press enter to continue.
Sweet.
Hooray, you just earned 25 coins. Great job. You now have 16,179 coins. Press enter to continue.
So that is word pick. So if you like 5-letter words and deduction and stuff, there's your game. Oh, hold on. There we go. Thanks, Rock. And that's why I got Rocky here. All right, hold on. So that was Brainstation. So, one sec. Sorry. Just going through. I love how the word pick and game over screen. Well, yeah. I mean, Acer, is that a good or bad thing? I'm not sure what you're trying to say. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. Blind Assassin says, "What's up? Hope you're well." Yeah, it's been a crazy month, Blind Assassin, but it's good to be here. Sorry, I'm just checking on some stuff.
Brainstation versions. Word pick game over menu. Play again.
So
word pick main.
That's word pick. So that's I think that's going to be one that people are going to like.
Brainstation.
If you enjoy words and picking.
Spend play.
So we do have a new thing.
Play menu. Anagrams.
Which is in anagrams there's a new option.
Play anagrams.
So we have play anagrams and
play daily anagram.
Play daily anagram.
Retrieving today's anagram. It took 621 milliseconds
Yeah,
to
you can
generate.
ignore that. That's just a thing that I haven't. I gotta pull every time I see that. I go, I need to pull that out of the code. Hey, how do you feel about the accessibility features being added to Street Fighter 6 and God of War? I don't know anything about the accessibility features in Street Fighter 6. I also do not know if the God of War stuff is going to be enough to let us play it. I'm willing to check it out. If people want me to stream that, I would be willing to. I'm kind of going to wait to find out for sure. I don't have a lot of money. So $70 on a game that I may or may not be able to play, I do not feel like dropping. But if it is good, I will buy it and stream it. One thing, I would like to buy the Brainstation, but I am afraid that I will not be able to play all the games, such as Anagrams. It is a bit hard for non-native speakers to make them, or maybe not. So I don't know if there will be an easy way to deal with that. I've been asked if we can convert the game into other languages. It's going to be a lot of work, and I don't know if the return will be worth it. So let's say we convert the game into Spanish. I don't want to expect a translator to do it for free, so I have to pay a translator. Now, I don't know what you pay a translator. I don't know what that's worth money-wise. So the question is let's say I pay a translator $500. Am I going to sell $500 worth of that language? So, for example, I believe you speak Polish, if I remember correctly. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But the question is, will there be enough sales from Poland or people that speak Polish? Obviously, there are people that speak Polish all over the world. So, it's not just Poland. But would there be enough to make that worth it? And I think that's the hard question to answer. I like the whole freely available music thing. Oh, okay. I just wasn't sure because... from what I know, God of War is going to pretty much have the same navigation. Oh, interesting. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait and see how the more adventurous people that have money do with it. I'm on a really, really tight budget right now. And especially, so two things happened, right? The first thing is, and again, I don't take this as me begging. I'm just going to be real for a moment. Because that's what I do. I have a part-time job. If I don't go to my job, I don't get paid, which is fair. That's the way the world works. You don't work, you don't get paid. So I missed almost 2 weeks of work because I had to go to Chicago. Well, in order to go to Chicago, I had to spend money. I had to get a plane ticket. I had to fly. I had to get a last-minute plane ticket. So as you probably can imagine, that was not cheap. That was a lot of money. But I had to go see my family, and we had to go, have a funeral for my grandma. So I had to do that. I had no choice. It's the right thing to do. So I did not make any money from my job for, I missed almost 2 weeks of work. So this month is very tight. It is just going to be a tight month. So, it's like a $70 game is really kind of tough right now. Of course, truth, I'm going to a concert next month, but I also already booked everything last month, not realizing that I'd be making an emergency Chicago trip. So yeah, I'm kind of hyper extending myself at the moment. So if the game is not completely playable, I'm not going to do it, because when you buy a game on PlayStation, you can't get it refunded. Once you download it, they won't do it. So, funny thing, in Czech, there are not any anagrams at all. Okay, so Czech. I'm sorry. I thought you spoke Polish. My apologies. I can tweet you. Yeah. Let me know, dude. I'm pretty sure I'll hear about it. If it looks like it is, I will see about getting the game, but I don't want to risk it right now. Yeah, thanks, brother. No, every language, technically has anagrams, because all an anagram is let's say you have a big word. It's finding small words in that big word. So, every language, theoretically, you could do it, I suppose. But yeah, it's just, like I said, this is kind of a tough month because I had to make a trip that I didn't plan on, and because of that, I didn't work, and, it's kind of a double whammy. It's just a rough month, I'll hurry up, November. So
it took 621 million.
All right. So daily anagram. Sorry, let me get back to that. So every day there's a different anagram. Here's today's.
Welcome to the daily anagram. See if you can find all 800 anagrams in the word interlace. You can take as much time as you'd like. Have fun. Press
800? Interlace. Lace. Oh, that's not a word. That might be. Race. R-A-N-E. Lane. Tier. Is Nate a word? That's a proper name.
C-E-A-L.
That's not a word.
Interlace. I-N-T-E-R-L-A-C-E.
Kneel?
N-E-E-L.
Oh, that's Kneal. Okay, sorry. K-N-E-E-L.
T-E-E-L.
Teal?
Teal.
Yeah, there you go.
R-E-E-L.
Real.
R-E-A-L.
Real. R-E-A-L.
L-E-A-R-N.
Learn.
Clear.
Clear. So, every day there's a different word, and you have all the time in the world to solve it. So that is daily anagrams. So you can just, it's similar to like what the zone had.
Brainstation.
So when you're done.
Are you sure you are done with the daily anagram? Yes.
Yeah, I
No.
think I'm done.
Yes. Thanks for playing the daily anagram. You found 23 out of 800 words. Make sure to come back every day for a new word. Press enter to continue. Anagrams main menu. Please select an option.
So that's how many words I found. So every day there's a new word. I'm working on one of the things that people have been asking for is to do archives. So they'd be like past days. So if you missed yesterday's word, you could go back and replay it again. I'm going to work on that. I actually had started that before I left to go to Chicago, and I did not want to code while I was gone. It just it was not something I was interested in doing. Lisa says, yeah, I just got here just in time. I can't wait to get this game. I love to play anagrams, says Evil Chuck Cookie, but I suck at finding them. Yeah, it's kind of I'm not great at it either, but it is very popular. It's something that I've gotten a lot of requests for. Everyone's like, listen, if you're going to do Brainstation, we have to have anagrams. So now you have anagrams, and life is good. So anagrams are here. They are anagramish or something. And that's cool. So again, next week is Jackbox. We're doing that Thursday. We're going to, check out the launch of Party Pack 9 with its fun games. I'm really excited to share with you all of the games. And really excited. We're going to have Fibbage, and Fibbage is fun. If you've never done Fibbage or never seen it played, it is a blast. I feel like you could make a scoreboard for this, or at least share it to Twitter. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I want to do social sharing. I feel like Twitter would be very spammy if you had all these people going, hey, I got 17 out of 800 words on today's anagram. How can you? I feel like people would go insane. I also feel like it might be a good promotional tool, but I also think people are going to get really annoyed. Don't really want to do a scoreboard, mainly because I don't know. I don't like the idea of doing a top list for that. Also, there's a few sort of like things I got to figure out with that whole thing. Is like, okay, well, you're playing today's word. Now it's tomorrow. So what happens when your score goes in? And also, I don't want to code scoreboards. Not for this game. But I do like the idea of sharing your score, and I'm going to think of a way to do that in such a way that it does not cause people to rip their hair out in frustration. Is there a Wordle API that you could integrate? No, I don't need to. But if you're talking about doing the daily Wordle, no. that would be, I mean, I have a game that is like Wordle, but it's rapid fire Wordle. So really doing the daily Wordle is not really something that I want to mess with. Also, Wordle is kind of fading now. I mean, it does not have the same sort of madcap popularity it did earlier in the year, which is kind of what I expected with any sort of fad. Yeah, I should really try Anagrams on my own. Maybe I will not be as bad as I think. Yeah, I know it's hard. If English is not your first language, I think this game may not be the best game for you. And not just you, but I mean in general for anyone that, if it's your second language. I don't know how to deal with that. I'm not sure. I know it'll do very well in the UK. It'll do very well in the United States and Canada. But yeah, in international countries, this game might not be a great game. And I don't know how to deal with that right now. So, Fibbage is so fun, says Jane. Yeah, you could have the person copy the stats and then share them whenever they want. Yeah, we could do that. There could be something. I'll come up with something. There's a lot we could do. So I'll come up with something. There should be a creative way to do that. I'll think about it. So my hope is that I'm going to stream more. I'd like to get Last of Us done. So if you've checked out on both Twitch and YouTube, there's a ginormous 10-hour archive of Last of Us on both of those platforms. But it stops right after Pittsburgh. So I need to go in and finish playing the game, which I'd love to do so we can finish it. I'm hoping to get that done, sooner than later. Obviously, Jackbox will be my big thing. When that's when that's released. Let's see. I'm just trying to think here if there's anything else. But like I said, Jackbox will be Thursday. So excited for that. I think it's gonna be a real blast. Anagrams should be in the demo. No. I don't want to make anagrams free. I want, because Anagrams is very popular, so I don't want to give away the most popular game. It doesn't make sense to do that, because if you do that, then people go, well, I don't need to buy this. I have Anagrams. I mean, I know people would love to have me make Anagrams for free, but if I did that, then, well, I'd be shooting myself in the foot. I hope they make an accessible murder trivia. I love that game, but my friends do not, because it's not accessible in either pack it's in. Yeah, it's better in Party Starter, but there are some things that need to get worked on. I brought this up Monday. For those that didn't know, I was actually at Jackbox on Monday, and I was working. I was at a workstation, and we were getting some work done. That's why I'm really excited about Pack 9, and I want to talk about it, but I can't. Come on, hurry up next Thursday. I want to talk about it. So, but yeah, I hands are tied right now. Can't say what I want to say, but I can next week. Extra large barbecue. Oh, large barbecue chicken and jalapeno pizza from Papa John's for the win. Dude, I cannot do Papa John's. No joke. I got food poisoning from Papa John's and almost died. Like, I came very close to dying. I was very sick. I do not think I would have made it had I not gone to the hospital, because I was severely dehydrated and was very sick. Got to the hospital, barely had a pulse. They had to like put a bag of fluid in me. It was very bad. I will never eat their food again. Don't make anagrams free. Stick to your guns. Yeah, man, if I make it free, it's like, yeah, finally doing my GED. Moving high school 6 times sucked, and COVID requiring online math and science sucked too. But I'm glad to be doing it. Yeah, man, good for you, bro. Listen, get that GED, get that done. That's great. I'm excited. Sorry if I missed the announcement. Do you have a release date for Brainstation yet? No. Feel free to pick a day out of a hat, because that will probably be about as accurate as when it'll actually get released, because I have no idea. Honestly, it will be done when it's done. I can't even say when that is, because I'm supposed to start going back to school soon. And so that will take some of my time. I may have some part-time work going on as well. So Brainstation will get done, but it really depends on how much time I have to work on it. We need you to stay alive. Yes. Because if I die, you don't get Brainstation. There you go. There you go. That's why you want to keep Liam alive. If he dies, we don't get Brainstation. Listen, I'll go with that. That's acceptable to me. That's an acceptable reason. So yeah, I think, what are we, 6 more days now until Party Pack 9? I'm over the moon. So we got 5 games in 9. We have Junktopia. We've got, actually, let me pull up the page and I'll just read I'll read the descriptions, which I know won't really be helpful, but I can't really talk about much more than, all right, games range between 1 to 10 players. Games last between 15 and 35 minutes. Family-friendly filtering. Moderation settings. Games included in the Jackbox Party Pack 5. Oh, sorry. 9, not 5. Fibbage 4. 2 to 8 players. Oh, you can play that with 2 players now? Yeah! The hilarious bluffing party game returns with an all-new final Fibbage. Video questions, fan-submitted questions, and Fibbage Enough About You mode. It's a game so beloved that we decided to slap a 4 on it. All right, so that's Fibbage. Quick sort, 1 to 10 players. In this trivia sorting factory, work with your team to sort falling answers into their proper order before they hit the floor, or play the single player mode and see how many blocks you can sort before topping out. It's as easy as A, C, D. Have you ever done 2 MB games? Since they made them all free, maybe worth doing, try as one of your Patreon videos or something. No, I haven't tried them yet. You know what? Maybe we should put that in for the marathon. Liam doesn't do release dates because he's not a baby dev anymore. No, I want to do a release date. It's just, then I put myself in, like a crunch. So I go, okay, I have a deadline. Now I have to meet that deadline, but life doesn't work that way. Sometimes life is like, listen, Home Slice, you got to work, or you got to do something. So it would not be wise to put a deadline on it, because then if the deadline comes and it's not completely done, one of 2 things happens. I either release an incomplete product, or I delay it and then everyone gets upset. That'd be bad. So, Junktopia, 3 to 8 players. A strange wizard has turned you into a frog. Create hilarious backstories for weird objects and then get them appraised. The player with the most valuable items becomes human again. Then we have Non-Sensory. 3 to 8 players. Professor Nanners is here to test your NSP, non-sensory perception, in this drawing, writing, and guessing game. How close can you get to guessing to where another player's prompt ranks on the silliest of scales? And then there's Roomerang, 4 to 9 players. Channel your inner reality TV star in an attempt to come out on top. Respond to prompts, bring the competition, and role play to avoid being voted out. Never fear, though. Even when you're out, you'll find yourself roomeranged. Right back into the drama. So those descriptions do not help describe the games. Also, I will say, and I'm pretty sure I can say this because I think it's been mentioned anyways. I think there's an accessibility thing that they mentioned that the drawing portion of non-sensory can be turned off. And so I'm pretty sure that that's public knowledge because I mentioned it when I was at HQ on Monday, and we were like, oh yeah, let's turn that off. So it's something I clearly know about, and I don't remember how I know it. I'm assuming I know it because it was written down. So if that's something that I wasn't supposed to say, then sorry, my bad. Professor Nanners, holy crap, I love that. Oh, Professor Nanners is great. And I can say that because the demo's out. So Non-Sensory was one of the games that was in the demo that you can play the first round of. So I can say that Professor Nanners is fun. You can delay it with text and an image multiple times and still put out a bad product. Oh, wait, that was done by Cyberpunk 2077. Yes, it was. Oh, jeez. What if you give us a release date? Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. I'll say 2023. That's my release date. The year 2023 is my release date. So one of those 365 days, I hope it's going to be released. That's really as close as I want to get at this point. I'm afraid to give you something more, concrete because I can't. I mean, I know when I'd like to have it released. Like, I have kind of in my head, but I like to keep it in my head because once you commit something, you've committed it. Like, it's out there for the world. So I would like 2023. I'm not officially saying 2023 because who knows? Let's just say for fun, I get a full-time job. Teaching or something crazy. Obviously that changes the priority of working on the game. I hope that doesn't happen right now, but you take what you can get, because again, it's all about being able to live and stuff and pay the bills. I love that you were representing us to Jackbox. I know that must be hard. Tons of backbreaking and unrewarding work. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. No, you know what? Listen, I'm going to say, and I'm not just saying this because, I've worked with them. They're really nice people. And they're really cool people. And they're really passionate about doing stuff and making it work. And a lot of times I think developers take a lot of heat. And I always see people go, well, developers don't care about us. And listen, developers care a lot. And I'm just going to say the people at Jackbox care a lot. And I mean, they really care. The problem is they're, constrained by budgets. They're constrained by time. They're a small team. So unfortunately, they can only do so much, right? And it's not that they don't care. I know just working with people and talking with people, and even like talking to a few of the devs out of Jackbox, just chatting, like they want to do it and they want everyone to be able to play it. But the reality is harsh, and so, I mean, it's not easy. And I think I think developers get a bad rap. Even EA, who I'm harsh on because I think they could be doing a lot more. I think if you asked people at EA, like if you just said, hey, listen, you work for EA, they would tell you, listen, in a perfect world, I want everyone to be able to play this game. Because, listen, you make games, right, for everyone to play them. You don't sit there and go, I'm going to make this game and I don't want a certain group to play it. Same thing with Brainstation. Like, I'm going out of my way to try to make, it playable for as many people as I can. But also I have to be realistic in my, what I can do. So I'm going to give you a really good example that I mentioned half an hour ago. I forgot who Matt asked about making the game in his language so that, people who were Czech could play it. And though I love the idea, the problem is that that's money and that's time that I don't really have. And will I get a return on the investment that I might have to pay a translator? Will I have to rewrite things to work for other languages? Is it worth it? So again, you're seeing it even in this community. I have to go, can I do this? Is it going to be worth my time to do it? And I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. If you don't think you're going to make 2023, I can certainly make the text and an image for your tweet, LOL. No, but seriously, you're a perfect fit for this. I really appreciate it. I'm really surprised because I thought that Brandon worked with them in PAX 6, and I'm really surprised that he didn't go back. I don't know what happened, and I've never asked him because that's a personal thing, and I don't want to, question why he did or didn't do something. I'm very thankful that they reached out to me. I'm very fortunate that I know someone there, and that's how it really happened. And I'm, really glad that I've gotten to work with them and have gotten to represent the community and that we are seeing change. And listen, I mean, I spent one day over there and we got a lot done, and it was very exciting to do that. And, yeah, I know that's marketing that doesn't care about us. Yeah, and the harsh facts of reality. Yeah, I mean, it's tough, I mean, again, it's life. I'm glad that companies now are really starting to understand that accessibility is important. And listen, smaller devs, I mean, that could be a lot more sales for them. So they understand that and they know. But again, it's all about what do I have to spend versus what's my return. So, accessibility is happening late, but again, it's all about prioritization, But I'm really happy again that I got to do it because it was a really awesome experience, and to work with fun people is fun, and to be like, hey, I got to do this thing, and not only did I do this, but hopefully I've helped make something more playable for a group of people that want to enjoy it and can't. And I think that that's really empowering and just exciting. So I'm looking forward to next Thursday. I really want to talk about it. I can't wait to talk about the nitty gritty and, just play these games and enjoy them with all of you. And talk about like what we can do, what maybe we missed or maybe not. I mean, again, one day I'm actually shocked, and I think they were shocked too, because when I left, we were texting, and I don't think we expected to do nearly as much as we did in a single day. And it was actually amazing. Listen, they're smart people. I will say they are some amazing programmers. And I literally just sat down and went, I think we should do this and this and this. And literally we were trying it on the fly, and I got to play with all the really cool testing tools that I was excited about. And I love the stuff that they have. It's really fun and it's really cool, and I just adore it. And it was amazing to actually work with them and do things in real time and try stuff and see what worked, what didn't. I think I can say we tested all 5 games. I'll say that. So Monday I actually got to play everything. I think I can say that. I hope I can say that because I just said it. I can't take it back. There's no take backsies. I'm watching this while playing my electronic drums, which I just upgraded the main unit for about a week ago. I like drums. I like the electronic ones because you can bang away on them and you don't annoy anybody. But no, it was really exciting. I didn't know that I was going to get to go. We were supposed to meet on Zoom. And so I was like, guys, I'm already here for a funeral. You know, I mean, I said, can I come in? And they were like, yeah, come on in. Let's do this. And it was great. It was fun. And it was a fun time. I adored it. I would love to go back. You know, it was really kind of funny because we had made the joke the first time I was there. I've been there twice. And the first time we had made the joke, they're like, yeah, we should have Liam, you know, I forget who said it, but someone was like, yeah, we should just have Liam come in and work one day. Like, he can just work. And I literally, last Monday, I came in and worked. I worked from 10 to 3 o'clock and, like, got so much done. It was really exciting. So, you guys are going to hear me wax poetic about Jackbox a lot in the next few weeks because I'm really excited about what we did and what we've got accomplished and hopefully what will get accomplished because I don't know if everything will make it into the initial version, but like what what is going to be patched, I'm hoping will be really cool. So I would advise a little patience. It may not work on day one, but I know that we've got stuff. So like, cause I've tried it. So I know what we've got, you know, I just don't know if it'll make it into 1.0. Rock says, yo, that's so cool, dude. Dude, it was cool. I mean, legit. Like, I don't know. I mean, real talk. Like, I've always wanted to work in the industry. I've always wanted to make things. Listen, I've been making games, right? For 20 years, I've been making audio games. I've always wanted to do this. This is my thing. Like, I always wanted to work with a company and make cool stuff. And I've been playing the You Don't Know Jack stuff since I was like 12. So it's like, it's amazing to me how it kind of all comes around. And to go in and actually work with those people and be like, yeah, we're making stuff better. I don't know if there's going to be a fun Liam Easter egg this year. I hope so. I never expected one like last year, but hey, if there's a Liam Easter egg, I'm all for it. I will certainly not complain. Hopefully I get Pack 9 before Pack 10 comes out. Oh, I can't wait for Pack 10. I cannot wait for Pack 10. And I know Pack 9's not even out yet, but I'm so excited for 10. And the hardest thing is I won't be able to talk about it at all. Oh, I won't be able to talk about it at all. Grr. But, yeah, no, I'm excited for 9. I'm super excited for 10. Hopefully we're going to expand. I say we, like I have anything to do with it, but hopefully they'll expand some stuff that we've talked about. I don't know. I'm hoping. I've got, like I said, they're super interested in doing things, and it's more just figuring out how to make it work. That's how accessibility testing should go every time. Ideally, like accessibility should start from the start. And it doesn't always work that way, but we made it work. I'm actually really geeked with what they did. Things like the Bump It button that I've been testing aren't only for blind people, but the inventor is providing free units to the San Francisco Lighthouse for the blind with each unit pre-ordered. Well, that's cool. They sound like some cool dudes. They're fun. Listen, they're such fun people. I adore them. I think I knew from last year when like Lena came and hung out on stream and was chatting, and then like we got the little silly like, have you heard of Liam? He's great Easter egg. Like, I still like going back. I still think that's one of my favorite thing that's ever happened to me is just being a silly Easter egg that like, it's dumb. Who's going to find that? Right. But I don't know. I adore it. And I felt bad because like I thanked her about a gazillion times when I met her in person, and she's like, "No, it's okay." And I'm like, "No, seriously, I appreciate it." And I think eventually she was probably in her head, probably just like, "All right, Liam, shut up." What is Jackbox Party Pack 9? What platform is? So it's a collection of party games that people can play. No, it's definitely not free. It's $25. But it's made by a group that makes other packs of games that people can play together. Hey, can we chat after stream? No, I don't chat with people. Honestly, it's just not something that I tend to do. I'd rather not, nothing personal. So I'll give my usual spiel, which is, yes, I am on several different platforms. Yes, I am easily findable because really you just have to know my first and last name, which I think is right in front of you. But I tend to like to keep to myself. I tend to like my privacy, especially on Facebook. That has sometimes become a problem. People will friend request me. I don't add friends on Facebook very often because my Facebook is personal. It's a lot of personal stuff between me and my family and my close friends. I don't like Skype, especially when people will call me at 2 a.m. Something that has happened, which has not happened in a while, and I appreciate it. Every once in a while, somebody will message me and demand that I give them a free game. Last year, it was, I want a free copy of Manamon. You just made a bunch of money on your marathon, so you should give me a free copy. And that's not how the world works. So again, I politely ask you don't do that. If you have a question or comment, though, you're always welcome, and I encourage you to leave comments on YouTube videos. And I mean, even email is fine. If it's Elworks related, please use like the Elworks email. But in general, I'm not a big, I don't just random chat. I have friends that I talk to sometimes, but I also have my own things going on, and I like my privacy. I think everyone deserves that. I think we all deserve our privacy and our space. There is a Discord server that, that the Urban Army has, and you're always welcome to join that and chat there. I poke my head out from time to time and leave comments, but in general, no, I don't, really, I'm not into doing like a personal one-on-one chat. It's just not something that I'm comfortable with, for a number of reasons. So, and I appreciate those that understand. Oh, I got a free copy of Manamon from you. Oh, did you win it last year? That's really cool if you did. So congrats if you won that. That's cool. So let's see, it's 4:44, so I'll hang out for a little bit more. What are you guys up to? What is everyone up to? I know Acer's playing drums. Super Freak is eating pizza. Rocky's making my text notice for next year when I don't release the game on time. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Matt. I appreciate that. Yeah, do that. And let me know how that works for you. Spoiler alert, it's not going to work, but yeah, and Super Freak brings up a really good point, actually. Also, partially, I think it's also that he doesn't exactly know how old you are, and he doesn't want to be talking to a teenager. So there is a lot of truth to that. It is not good for a 37-year-old male. I mean, it's not socially acceptable for a 37-year-old male to be chatting with a 15-year-old of either gender. It's just not really okay. And yeah, I don't know how old you are. I don't know who you are. And so, that, not that it would get me like, listen, I'm like not creepy McCreeperson, right? But like, you don't know when you've talked to somebody that's younger and their parents flip out and they come after you. And listen, this happens. This is a real thing. I should find the link. Mike Pollock, who voices Eggman in Sonic, did a really cool like code of conduct when talking to me and really explained it very well that, listen, he's a middle-aged man. He's not really comfortable with just chatting with fans because a lot of fans are younger and his kids are young, and he thinks it's really uncomfortable that like people his kids' age are chatting up someone on the internet. So yeah, I mean, very true. Blind Assassin says, having cuddle times with my dog. I don't have a dog. Nick says, I'm doing nothing, basically. Well, you're being British, which is bad. Oh, did I say that? Am I thinking about playing 1428? Not really. I played the demo, and I don't want to say I wasn't impressed, but it wasn't my type of game. If people have played it and they've enjoyed it, I think that's really cool, because I think what they've done is really neat, and I think the amount of work that like Lucas helped with and everything is really cool. I'm not super interested in it. And that's not to say that I won't play it, but I didn't jump on it. Also, when it came out, I wasn't even here. So, Michael Johan, what's going on, dude? Lunar Raven, oh my gosh, you've been missing. Thank you for being here. I hope you're going to be here for the marathon. Who's going to be here for the marathon? November 19th and 20th. That is the marathon. I haven't put up an official page yet, but I am marking those days down. I will tell you guys, I have got a lot of stuff planned. One of the things we're going to do this year is Disgusting Soda Pop. And I'm going to let you guys vote on which one I drink, too. So if the wheel lands on soda, you guys are going to get to do... so let's see what... I got to find this... see if I can find the list here. I haven't ordered them yet. Here we go. So it's a variety 6-pack of sodas. This variety pack includes 12 ounces of each of the following flavors: bacon, ranch dressing, peanut butter and jelly soda, buffalo wing, sweet corn soda, and pumpkin pie soda. So if the wheel lands on soda, you guys will get to vote on which one I drink. I won't drink the whole bottle, obviously, because that would be crazy. But, I'll take a good slug of each one, probably. I also did find that there is dirt soda and I believe grass soda. And by grass, I don't mean like devil's lettuce. I just mean grass. Super Freak says, I can't wait for that soda thing. Also going to try to get some Bean Boozled jelly beans, the every flavor ones. I might bring back the spicy ones. And salted licorice is going to be back. Still working on the whole, for Wheel of Pain 3.0. There will be no hot sauce, though. That's gone. Buffalo wing soda sounds awesome. Going to definitely try. How are you, says Luna Raven? Well, that's good. All you can do is try. That was my feeling with 1428. I don't like being a total jerk, even in games, unless it's so unrealistic that it doesn't bother me. Careful, Liam. None of your anti-British talk. Whatever. Go lose more colonies or something. I just got back from a performance with my college choir. That's cool. Bonus, it shouldn't make you feel awful. No, it won't. And that's the good thing, because, last year was bad. That was not good. We can't do that again. That was muy bad. So, that was really bad. You guys don't know. I actually, true talk, almost ended up in the ER actually at the end of that night. Fortunately, I was able to get through it, but yeah, I almost ended up in the hospital. So we don't want to do that again. So I thought that gross or weird things would be cool. You'll still get great reactions, but it won't be so painful. Also, I'm going to try to see what other weird, odd things I can find. We'll see, what I come up with. Don't mess with Britain, man. They still have some nukes. Do they really? I didn't think Britain was, does Britain have nuclear weapons? Like, I assume that they've, researched it, right? But I've never really stopped to wonder, what do they have in the way of nukes? Oh, good question. Does Canada have nukes? That's a good question. I mean, I know they have Canucks, but do they have Canucks? That's the question. Man, I freaking told you so many times that the peppers would hurt you. You should have listened to me. Yeah, but then that means I would listen to you. And why would I do that? I mean, no, you're probably right, actually. I mean, it was not a wise decision. It was a bad last-minute decision. I thought it was going to help the thing. I am working on prizes this year, so if you are tuned in and want to sponsor something, or you know of a business that might want to sponsor something, get in touch. We are, my goal is to try to do as much sponsored stuff as I can. I don't have a prize list right now. I'm hoping to get something from Pitch Black, hoping to see if maybe we can do a copy of Kilta. But I just don't know at this point. I have to, start reaching out. Obviously, there'll probably be an AT Guys gift certificate, which is really a cool prize, honestly. Because you can get a lot of really cool stuff from AT Guys. That Versus Slate's really neat. A lot of cool stuff for your phone. And just a lot of really neat products. So I think they've got the Orbit Writer and I think the Orbit Reader. So a lot of cool stuff going on there. Also WayTag stuff, which I need to get. I need some WayTag stuff anyways. So I would definitely recommend that would be a fun prize to go for. We're going to do what we did last year where it's you get to choose 2 prizes and you get entered. And if you win, then that's cool. I'll also reach out, see if we can maybe do another Manamon or Manamon 2. So there's a lot of prize options. I don't think IRA is going to happen this year. So if you were lucky enough to win the IRA thing last year, that's awesome. I don't think we're going to get it this year. Going to try to be there Saturday most of the time, maybe part of Sunday, because I have university on Sunday and Monday. Well, I mean, hey, whatever you can do is cool. I'm going to try to make it go nonstop. This won't be 8 hours and then next day. I'm going to try to run 18, 19 hours and we'll see how it goes. They have some cruise missiles armed with nuclear devices they can put on their high altitude stealth bombers, and I think they also have some submarine launched nuclear missiles. I'm assuming you mean the UK. What games are going to be on the marathon? So I'm not sure. Let me see what I've got written down. So again, this is not a final thing, but I'm just going. Here's Marathon 22. So yeah, I have a bunch of prizes listed, and these prizes I don't even know if these are going to be current. So I have Veil, Blind Drive, Kilta, AT Guys, Year of Swamp, Purple Jams, Product Manamon 2, other prizes. So I have no idea what's going to actually be in this year, but I'm going to start reaching out to sponsors, seeing who wants to do what. I am hoping for a really cool prize spread though. So games, Screaming Strike, Mud Splat, some Crazy Party, co-op Stardew Valley with Aether. So if you guys just want to watch us rage at each other, listen, us playing Stardew Valley is going to be rage-inducing. There will be a lot of yelling. Hey, I'm looking for a good gaming and production desktop. What places would you recommend shopping around? See, I built my own, so I don't know. Because my problem with having buying it from whether it's a store or just a place is you're paying for the name and obviously the labor. Some people for production stuff like Studio Cat a lot. I know that those are expensive, but like if you're really into production, they might be a good bet. I don't know. Oh my God, you and if they're going to kill each other in Stardew Valley somehow, I know it. Yeah, there'll be a lot of screaming, like I said, because I'll do something, he'll mess up my stuff, I'll yell at him, he'll threaten to kill me, I'll threaten to kill him, and then next thing you know, there will be death. So we got Co-op Stardew, Marina Break, Escape Beat, because I do Escape Beat on every marathon because it is the best game ever made. There will definitely be some Jackbox of some sort. I will probably dust off Hearthstone, assuming that there's been there's an update and it's patched and everything. I have not opened Hearthstone in I think a year. So I think just opening it's going to take 20 minutes to get all the updates. Probably will do some Swamp. I still don't know. I like the idea of doing the 2 MB games. In fact, I'm going to write that down right now. 2 MB games. We're going to put that on there. So I might check out some of those. But I'm open to ideas. My idea is whatever I play, no more than an hour and a half to 2 hours. I don't want to make a 4-hour, block for a game. I'd like to, be able to move quickly between games. So, but that's still a month away. Obviously time is ticking. We got, I think, 5 weeks. After you guys play Stardew Valley, you should add Mortal Kombat 11 to let out your anger. I don't know if he's got it for PC, so I may not be able to do that. That is not a bad idea. Palace Punch Up 2 players. Always fun. The screaming. Oh, the screaming. Yeah, maybe. Sounds like Stardew After Dark. Yeah, I don't think it'll get very After Darkish. Obviously, the one time that we tried to play Stardew, I was too inebriated to properly set the game up. There won't be any of that on the stream. We're going to try to keep it PG-13 at most. I'd like to keep it, friendly, as you guys know that I like to do. So, I don't know. But again, I'm still working on all the particulars. I don't even have a marathon page up yet. Also, somebody had asked me, and I think it's a really good idea. I do a lot of stuff like sleep phones, and we've been doing Freshly here at the house. And so somebody was like, hey, you should make a page of all the things that you use, and especially if they have referral links. And do these are the things that Liam uses and that he likes and that he recommends. Sleep phones, of course, is a big thing. I'm really big on sleep phones. I have been for a number of years. Circle, which is something I just got recently, is it's a water bottle with a lid that you put they call it a sip. And it's got a flavor thing in it, and you drink your water and it filters through the flavor thing and adds flavoring to your water. And it's nice because you can throw ice in your water and not dilute the flavoring, because the flavoring is done in real time. It is real-time flavoring. It's kind of cool, actually. So I might do come up with the stuff that I use that I know has referrals. And so, because sometimes people are I don't want to donate, but I'm interested in some of the stuff that you're doing, because you talk about the stuff on stream. So it'd be cool to get stuff. Sleep phones is like that. Every now and then someone will buy sleep phones because I've mentioned it, and it would make sense to actually give my sleep phones link, because I actually make a small commission on anything that's sold. And that would be kind of cool because I'm a big Sleep Phones fan. I kind of rely on them too much now, to be honest with you, but they're helpful and I believe in them. Because if I don't believe in something, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not like, I don't know. I would make a really bad spokesman for something because if I don't like something, I can't fake it. If you're playing in December, yeah, no, well, it'll be November, but I could probably do some Christmas stuff in September. System Fault is another good one. He doesn't get the love it deserves. Not System Fault's a really good game. I mean, we did it last year. It doesn't mean we can't do it again, though. You know, why not? So again, I'm still working on the list. I'm still figuring out like how long it's going to go, what I need, you know, figuring out prizes, figuring out all that stuff. So again, if you represent a company or, you know, what you want to give something away, or if you just want to sponsor a prize, drop me a message and we'll see what we can do. I know last year there was definitely, you know, some individuals sponsored some prizes and some people did it anonymously. Other people, you know, sponsored with their stuff. So, I like doing that because, you know, everyone likes free stuff. And it gives people a reason to hang out. So, we'll figure out all the prize stuff. I don't know what like every year we kind of do a contest. Last year it was like, how many coins I could earn and Crazy Party. I don't know what this year's will be. I haven't really thought about it yet. So we'll see. I hate when the air gets in the back of the sip so the flavor of circle doesn't come out and don't know how to fix. So I'm not really sure. I haven't really had air get in mine yet. I mean, but I got to think about that because I don't completely understand how it works. But I like them. What happened to Poptail Weekly? I kind of miss it, honestly. So, there was a discussion about the future of what the company wanted to do, and Poptail was not part of that plan. So by extension, Poptail Weekly was not a part of that plan. And I really cannot say much more than that, nor do I want to. It's just there were some changes made and some decisions made. And unfortunately, I was not included in those decisions. Like my just me was not part of the future. So I always have to turn the dial way up. I put the dial in about the middle because I don't want too much flavoring. There's a new game that's been blowing up on the forum. It's got audio description and a really short demo. Can't remember the name. Is that leaf thing or whatever it's called? Or no, that's the name of the, like, aren't they like Squishy Leaf Games or something? And they did like, I don't know what it is, but wow, I actually caught one of these live. Hey, Blind Goofball, how's it going? Thanks, Super Freak. I do like them, though, other than I got the wrong bottle. How's Brainstation coming along? It's going really well. Actually, you missed out. I played. Should I play the new game again? There's two new games. Let me just play them again. Why not? So let Let me fire up
Brainstation.
Brainstation.
Brainstation. Break spend play.
There's 2 new games. We have Word
Play menu.
Pick.
Word pick. Word pick help. Word pick help. Welcome to Word pick. The computer will select a 5-letter word and you have to guess it. Use deduction to find the mystery word and open the safe. When you enter a word, 5 tones will play. A high-pitched tone means the letter is in the correct spot. A medium-pitched tone means the letter is in the word, but in the wrong spot. A low-pitched tone means the letter is not in the word. Press F2 to hear the word so far. Press F3 to hear how many guesses you have left. Press the space bar to hear the letters you have currently typed. Press back if you forget these keys. Just press F1 while
press
you're playing, and I
backspace
remind you. Harder difficulty levels give you fewer starting letters. Have fun. Press escape to go back. Please select the difficulty level. Easy.
So I think that's pretty straightforward, right? I think that makes sense. I hope.
Easy. 3.
All right,
2.
let's do it.
1. A-W-O blank blank.
A-W-O.
E, not a valid word. A-W-O-E-R, not a valid word. A-O.
I don't know. Owl. What would be a...
S-E, not a valid word. A-W-O. R-E, not a valid word. A-W-O-E-R, not a valid word.
What starts with A-W-O? What starts with A-W-O?
A-W-O-R-E, not a valid word. A-W-O.
I don't know. I'm going to get 0.
Not a valid word.
Help.
A-W-O-U-R, not a valid word.
This is so embarrassing. I don't know the word. Awoke?
A-W-E.
Oh, that was it.
S-A-B blank blank. S-A-B blank blank. S-A-B-L-E. S-A-B-E-R. S-A-B-R-A. D-A-F blank blank. D-A-F blank blank. D-A-F-T-S. Not a valid D-A-F-T. Word must be 5 letters.
D-A-F.
D-A-F blank blank. D-A-F-F-E. Not a valid word. D-A-F-Y.
Oh, was it Daffy? Oh.
Time's up. You found 2 words. Press enter to continue. Hooray, you just earned 10 coins. Word pick game over.
So that's word pick. Which I'm clearly horrible at. So 2 of you are like, it's awoke, Liam. Yeah, thank you. I'm not good with words. This is why I need Brainstation. Lisa says, oh my god, thank God you got it. Let's play it again. Oh, that's embarrassing.
2,
there you go.
1. I-D-L blank blank. I-D-E.
Boom.
C-L-A blank blank. C-A-T-S. C-L-A-I-M. C-L-A. M-S. C-L-A.
Class.
S.
No.
C-L-A.
Clownierp. I think
S.
claps, right?
S-C-A blank blank.
Oh.
S-C-A. S-C-A-R-E. S-C-A-L-E. S-C-A-E.
Scald?
S-C-L-Y.
Scaly?
U-T-T blank blank. U-T-T-E-R. P-A-R blank blank. P-A-R blank blank. A-R-T-S. B-L-O blank blank. B-L-O blank blank. B-L-O-O. B-L-O. O. O.
Okay, B-L-O. Block?
B-L.
Blogs?
Not a valid word.
It's not. It should be a valid
B-L.
word.
O. A. Not a valid word. L-O. S-E. Not a valid word.
Ah.
Time's up. You found 4 words. Press enter to continue.
All right, so I found 4 words. That's not bad.
Hooray! You
So
just...
that's word pick. Liam, I will pay you $50 to go through and remove any trophy that you get for just having a pulse or doing something incredibly easy. How would you have a... You earned the I had a pulse achievement.
Word pick game over menu.
Well, I mean, right now,
Word pick
there's plenty of achievements. Some are easy, some are
Brainstation.
hard. I mean,
Spend coins into achievements. 28 out of 319
see,
achievements.
there's 319 achievements. There's plenty of achievements to be had. And it's going to keep climbing. Like, it's only 319. I want to add more. So we have this. We also have,
Play menu. Anagrams.
in our anagrams menu,
Anagrams.
we have
Play daily anagram.
play the daily anagram. And you know what? Before I play the daily anagram, I want to fix something. Because I'm so tired of it doing this. Let's see here. Hold on. Sorry. Took. Here we go. Where's the code that checks to see if you are... No, where's the thing that does the... Oh, it's in the thing. Ah, it's in there. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. All right. Actually, you know what? Before I do anything else, one moment. I need to make a commit. Let's see. Git add word .nvt git commit -m removed compilation. Let's see, generation timer for anagrams. Okay, git push. I wanna push you around. Well, I will. All right. Sorry. I had to make a push to the repository because I'm in a bad habit of I'll make changes and I forget to do them. There we go. Okay. Now I'm ready to run it.
Brainstation version.
Brainstation.
Spend code play.
All right.
Anagram.
So anagrams.
Anagram. Play daily anagram.
Play daily anagram. So now you have a daily anagram. And every day, guess what? There's a new anagram. Isn't that cool? I love the Brainstation sounds. Excellent work, man. So, the UI stuff actually that you're hearing in the menus is Andre's work. He did me up some custom sounds, which is really cool. It should say words you missed. Yeah, it should. I'm going to work on that. The reason it doesn't currently is because I thought it was too verbose. But I will have it definitely do that some way. Maybe, yeah, I think I got an idea. I'll come up with something. I love your stuff, man, but that trend was totally your fault. Oh, for basic silly achievements, like simple ones? I don't know. Why can't you have simple achievements?
Help. Play daily anagram.
Easy ones. All right, so daily anagram. Let's do it.
Retrieving today's anagram. Welcome to the daily anagram. See if you can find all 800 anagrams in the word interlace. You can take as much time as you'd like. Have fun. Press
All
enter
right,
to continue.
interlace. Lace. Interlace. Let's see. Campaign. Lane. Lean. Rain. R-A-I-N-R-A-N-E. Let's see. 10. 10. Let. Clat. Oh, I didn't know that was actually.
I-N-T-E-R-L-A-C-E.
Let's see. Teal. That's a good one. Oh, we have double E. We have two E's. So we like. Neat. N-E-A-T. Neat is actually N-E-E-T is apparently a word in the dictionary. So, anyways, it's not super important. But yes, you have daily anagrams, and every day there's a new one. And the great news is that there are enough words, and you will be good until at least 2025. But literally generating words is a single script. I just push a button, and I can make 10 years worth of words for the anagram server. So that's cool. The game is arcadey and cheerful. Love it. Would love a matching game with random words and sort them into words. Oh, verb, adjective, and nouns. Oh, I like that idea, but I hate that idea. There's got to be a way to do that, Luna Raven. I'm not going to do it in this one. So one thing that I have planned for this game, which there's two things that are planned. So first of all, the price, which we've discussed earlier, but I'll mention it again because people have asked. My retail price, I believe, is going to be $30, which is a little higher than I would normally go. But I do believe that it's worth it. I think that this is going to have enough replay value where $30 is fair. The second thing is I'm going to be doing add-on packs. So there will be different packs of games that you can, buy add-ons for that will add the games and achievements. And they'll be themed. So one of the things that I'd like to do is something based on geography, whether I do like state capitals or country capitals or something with continents. I want to do some, global games, maybe Global Station, or Globe Station or something. I'm also going to do some games about Braille. So there will be, having to type in like what dot combination makes the letter L? Will that be 1, 2, 3? Dots 1, 2, 3 are which letter? And so you type in, and we might do like, obviously I got to restudy UEB, but like there might be like punctuations. Hey, what does this abbreviation mean? And you have to type out the word. It'd be really good for learning not only learning the words, but actually learning to spell them properly. Because I think some words that are in Braille, people actually don't know how to spell. They know what they are, but they don't know how to actually properly spell them because they just know the shorthand. Puvis put view missed words in game over prompt. Yeah, actually, I could do that. That would be completely possible to do. So yeah, I think I could do that. Actually, that's easy to do. That's just, yeah. Brainstation is the kind of game that I would happily play in a retirement home until I die. I know that sounds like an insult, but no, I don't take it as an insult at all. I mean, actually, I think it'd be a great place for it. I think older blind people might like it.
Are you sure you are done with the daily anagram?
Yes, I'm sure.
Thanks for playing the daily anagram. You found 16 out of 800 words. Make sure to come back every day for a new word. Press anagrams.
Thank you.
Brainstation. Spend coins in the achievements. 28 out of 319 achievements unlocked. Achievements menu. Please coin. Bang. Anagram. Word pick. Repeat. Mountain. Reorder. Speed. Sequence. Math. Hidden. 1 out of 31 achievements. Viewing hidden. Achievements. Press escape when played Brainstation in September. Worth 30 coins.
Oh, I didn't get October yet. So yes, you can play Brainstation every month and get an achievement for it. And then when you play it all 12 months, you get an achievement for playing it for the entire year. I don't feel like that should really be hidden because I think you're going to know about it sooner than later. So I don't feel like I just blew out a big secret. There definitely are some hidden achievements that I'm looking forward to people finding that I don't want to blow out. History and cultures package. I'm not opposed to that. The only problem is that means that I then have to write a lot of trivia. And one thing I've been learning from going to Jackbox and spending time there is they have an entire writing team. They have people that what they do is write. They're researchers and writers, and they write. I am one human. I don't really want to pay writers, so I have to think about that. But I would not say no to that. I mean, again, Brainstation really, there are no limits for this thing. I think there's so much that can be done with this. So, I've always wanted educational audio games that are worth something. I would love to have some higher quality audio games integrated like that into training centers and blind schools. Well, I mean, ultimately, that's kind of the goal, is to come up with something that like schools can use, or failing that, teachers can buy for their students. And that's why I'm trying to make it a decent price point where it's like, listen, it's not super expensive, but it's also not super cheap, because I think it's got a lot of replay value to it. I think $30 is fair. I think it, I think it's a reasonable price for it. And I think people are going to have a lot of fun with it. And I think, I think it's going to be enjoyable. Yes, there are some things already, but most of them are very limited or very old. It would be nice to have something up to date. So one thing that Brainstation does not have currently is any sort of graphics or visuals on screen. I'm working with Sam on that. He just hasn't been really focused on it right now because it's a minor thing. But I would like to, by the time it's released, have the ability to have like a caption panel so that there will be text on screen. And we've been chatting about that, but that's been such it's not important right now. So it's so minor in the grand scheme of things. I'd like this to be able to run on Mac and Linux. Yeah, we're not quite there yet. But at least the engine is very good. It runs well. I'm happy with it. It is vastly improved from the old stuff, and that's the important thing. So I'm not going to show you sequences, because sequences is kind of weird right now. It's kind of borked. It is probably the first game I've made for Brainstation that I don't think has really gotten a good reception by the testing team, which is okay. That's why we make these things. Sometimes I make a game and I go, hey, do you guys like this? And if they go, no, it sucks, then I go figure out why it sucks and then figure out if I can salvage it. And then if I can't, then, we 86 it and do something else. So Sequences was a game that would give you a sequence like 2, 4, 6, and then you had to type in like 8, 10, 12. I just find that the way that it's doing things is a little strange. So I don't think it's really working, although I actually just had an idea how to make it work a little better. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I can make this work. A compare sounds game. It's possible. Never thought about doing that. There is a matching game where you match words. So, there is that. Somebody asked me to do put slide into this thing, and I think that's a horrendous idea. I think it's the worst idea since I wanted to make Beep 2, Beep's Revenge. But I just slide's horrible. I don't, it really is. It's awful. It's one of the worst things ever. I don't know why I made it. I have to be honest with you. Sometimes I think everyone has to make one bad game, and I think for me it was Slide. And I take pity on anyone that has purchased it. I appreciate that you purchased it, but I take pity on you. So don't torture yourself. Don't play Slide. Which one is higher or lower? Yeah, could do something. There's a lot of things that I could do. I don't want to make too many games because again, I'm going to do add-on packs. Brainstation, which is what I'm calling the Braille add-on, is going to be really cool and will be a suite for doing Braille. Nothing beats having Braille in front of you, but if you want to quiz yourself on your Braille knowledge, I think it'll be great. It won't really help you learn to read Braille, but if you do read Braille and you know the cells and you are maybe unsure of all the short forms, it's going to be a really great way to help yourself, get better at those. And I don't know if it's going to really help those that are trying to get certified, but if you're going for Braille certification, it might be a good quizzing tool. It might be something that helps you. I don't know. I'm just at this point, I'm just trying things and seeing what works, because that's really all you can do is you try stuff and you go, does it work? And if it works, that's great. And if it doesn't work, then you go back to the drawing board. But that's the beauty of this game, is that I can try stuff. The only thing that I'm concerned about is you may be able to make it available on Mac, iPad, and Chromebook if you want to be playing in school. I don't know. I mean, the education market is not something that I am super concerned about at this moment in time. I would like to see it maybe in computer labs. Like maybe the guide dog schools would pick it up. That would be fine. I'm not overly concerned about, there's a lot of money in education, so I shouldn't say I'm not concerned about it, but at this point, I think it's going to do very well. And I think people will find ways to make it work for them in schools. But I am not super concerned about like actually being something that is used on a district basis. It's probably dumb to say because there's probably a lot of money in that. But again, it's just not what I'm focusing on right now. Is it really the game's fault though, or are slide puzzles just terrible? Both things. I think the game is terrible, and I think slide puzzles are terrible. So the only good thing about the game is its music. That's maybe the only redeeming factor about slide, but nothing else. Nothing else. Because somebody asked me if I would do Sudoku, and though I think it would be interesting, I like to do small, quick games, and I don't know how long it takes to solve a Sudoku. So I really was not super interested in doing that. Yeah, I don't know. Sudoku's not really something that I'm super cray-cray about. But I got a lot of ideas. There's a lot of stuff on the drawing board, actually, that like I've got written down that you just won't see in the first version, and you'll probably see in like a $5. My idea is to do add-on packs that are between like $5 to $7, and each add-on gives you like 5 games, and those games will have achievements, so you get to add them to your achievement counter. I just have to figure out some logistical stuff on like how much the games cost in coins, and figure out how I'm going to do unlockables with achievements, because there is some really cool stuff you'll be able to unlock when you get enough achievements. And I'm not going to talk about it at all. It's a surprise, but you're going to like it, I think. I hope. No, you'll like it. I don't think there's any question. I think it'll be very, very liked, but I'm going to surprise everyone with it when the game comes out, because that's how I like to do things. I want to surprise you. Should we have a copy? Yeah. So you'll have to own Brainstation to get the add-ons. Because that's kind of the idea, is that you buy the game and then you get add-ons for the game. But I'm thinking about what I can do to try to make it fair for people. Because obviously, like if you have like the game and then 6 add-ons, that's going to get a little pricey. So I'll think of something to make it fair. The original idea was to do a Brainstation subscription, but I don't think that that's worth it. I don't know. And then I always have to make sure I'm making new content every month and stuff. So, I don't know about that. Would you ever be willing to add a Braille music game? I don't know how much you know about Braille music, but if you use, I hate Braille music. I tried to learn it and I hated it. I hated it so much. It made me angry. I think I yelled at the book I was reading. I was like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever read. Why am I reading this? I won't say no though, because there could be uses for that. I have a friend that reads Braille music and she plays in a symphony. So Braille music is useful. People use it. I just don't, because I really don't play anything other than I've been learning the ukulele. But yeah, I'd say the first priority is getting the game out and then worrying about marketing later. Have a product before you sell it everywhere. No, I agree with that. The idea was, too, that I was going to do... I wanted to do one of the conventions when I release it. So the convention, the ACB convention next year is in Schaumburg, Illinois, which is 20 minutes from where I used to live. And originally, that's what I wanted to do, but I'm not putting any pressure on myself to get it done by then. I'm not worried about having something, and also it would be a lot of money that I don't have. So probably won't see Elworks at a convention. Maybe 2024. You never know. Anything's possible. Just imagine you could be the guy who makes the game that kids in 2060 something remember on their ancient school computer, like Oregon Trail. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's true. Well, if you need any beta testers, be happy to help. Yeah, so right now, I'm not really looking for testers. I have a weird... So here's how I am with testers, right? Like, I tend to pick people personally versus doing a, hey, are you interested in testing? Fill out this form. I tend to go to people that I know and that like I have worked with on projects and that I know will give me results. Not that I'm sure eventually like the beta team, there might be mentioned in the credits. I don't know if they'll all get, they should probably. But Jade is on my beta team for the sole fact that he wrote the Manamon walkthrough for the original game. And I was so impressed by it that I was like, you're on my team if you want to be. I'm like, that just, that was what got me to go, yeah, you're on the team. Because if you're going to pay that much attention to a game like that, I want someone that's going to do that and really pull it apart, which Jade has done. Why not do add-ons for Super Egg Hunt? Well, Super Egg Hunt, I don't want to talk about it right now. But I am going to do something pretty unpopular with it. And I'm not ready to open that can yet because I'm going to have a very large amount of unhappy people with me. So I'm going to wait on that. But my plan would be if Brainstation works well, and I can continue to develop and school does not get, too crazy. And let's say I do work, but I have, I work part-time. Super Egg Hunt would be my next game, but big pieces of it need to be rewritten. I need to update a bunch of code. And I have some plans for that. And yeah, it's going to be something. So, but right now, my focus is Brainstation. You have to go one game at a time. I can't make 3 things at once. It's impossible. There's no way I can make 3 games, stream, go to work, take care of a house, it's go to school. Like I have so many things on my plate that I think things are going to fall off my plate. And that's what I'm worried about. Something's got to give. Like I have to lose something, and I hope it's not. I mean, I don't want it to be Elworks because Elworks would be good for both obviously revenue and like getting my name out there. But yeah, something's got to give. I don't know what it's going to be. I might just stream a lot less. So I don't know, or maybe I'll just stop taking care of the house. I'll just stop cooking. I'll stop eating. I don't know. But I don't want to worry about it right now. It's like this has been a really tough few weeks, and it's just nice to be back home. It's nice to have everything done. It's nice to, have the stress behind me. The funeral was hard. Obviously, it was very difficult, but it's good that it's done. I'm glad that we're through it. I'm glad that it's over. And I'm glad I can get back to all the things I have to do. So that's good. And so I want to get Brainstation done. I want to stream for you guys. I want to play games with you. I want to do a wacky marathon where I drink disgusting soda and go bleh. I just want to have fun and entertain people. That's why I'm here. That's why I do what I do. That's why I do this stuff. So we've been here for 2 hours, you guys. That's crazy. And a lot of it's just been me rambling. I'm glad that you stuck around because I think personally I'm boring. And I'm glad that you guys don't think I'm boring, but I think I'm boring. So I'm appreciative of the fact that you guys don't think I am. If you're a They Might Be Giants fan, they are streaming tonight a free concert on I forget what's Fly Machine, I think it's called. And they're streaming a free show tonight, which I am going to watch. It's at I believe 9 p.m. Eastern, so a couple hours from now. They're doing Flood in its entirety, the album from 1990. And apparently they're doing a whole bunch of other random stuff. So I'm like excited for that because I used to love them growing up. Always wanted to meet them. Every time I tried to meet them, I always got blocked somehow. So it'll be cool. It's a live show. They're streaming online. And that'll be cool. Are you in college right now? I am taking courses to become ATI certified. So I'm going to become certified to teach assistive technology. So, to train blind people how to use computers and that stuff. So it's not quite like college, but it's, it's a year-long course to get certified. And I actually never really thought about teaching until I was talking to my counselor, and she's like, hey, you deal with computers. And I was like, yes, I do. She's like, have you ever thought about being an instructor? And I was like, no, I never really have. It never really occurred to me. And she's like, you should definitely teach. I think you'd be very good at it. And I was like, I guess so. So she was like, yeah, why don't you go to school? And so they're going to send me to school. And hopefully I do not fail. And hopefully I get certified and can teach people how to do stuff. And I think I'd be okay at it. I hope. I don't know. I'm not super confident right now. I'm going to be honest with you. I just don't know. But I'd love to teach. I think I know there's a need for teachers. Like I know that actually what surprises me, I know they need them in Kansas City of all places. I figured Kansas City would be flush with ATIs. But apparently not. So I'm really looking at doing that and actually teaching and giving back to the world. Whoa, what? Hey, Liam, have you heard about the latest accessibility updates to Microsoft Flight Simulator? The latest beta will allow you to navigate the menus with ease and use the AI. Are you serious right now? Wait, hold on. How do you get the beta? I want to do this. Are these courses specific to certain states, or can anyone take them? I mean, is it remotely or does it require attendance? I believe it's remote. I do not know I think it's for only people in the US though. So I don't know how that works. And I didn't know anything about it until I moved here. And then they were like, dude, Liam, why aren't you teaching? And I was like, I don't know. Why am I not teaching? It never really occurred to me. And it's funny because when I was young, I had really thought about teaching. And when I was in 6th grade, my gym teacher 2 days a week actually had me teach a class. She let me teach her one of her first grade classes. And I actually was really good at it, and I work really well with students, and I work well with kids, actually, probably because I'm a big kid, so I tend to be able to get down to their level and teach. I volunteered in high school and actually tutored, and then, I've obviously done the streaming and stuff, and I feel like streaming a game and a lot of this stuff is teaching in its own way, so I do feel like I could do it. And I would be good at it. Oh, it's in the Xbox Insider Hub. Okay, can you do that on? I wonder how I do that on PC. Oh man, I want to do that. Oh, I want to do that because I love Flight Sim. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to check that out because I've wanted to. I'm happy with the AI pilot. I want to just watch it fly and just see where I'm at and just talk about, I'm a geography person. I'm not a plane person. I'm not into planes. I don't care how they work. But I'm interested in like taking off from an airport and flying across the country and being like, hey, look, I'm over this now. Hey, look, I'm here now. And just talking about it and enjoying the flight. That's what I'm into. That's my shtick. So that is interesting to me. Yeah, I don't think it's something you can take outside the US, unfortunately. It would be great though if you could. The Xbox Insider app is okay, cool. All right, Hub is an app on PC. All right. Well, I guess I know what I'm doing tonight. Super Freak says, yeah, that doesn't really surprise me. What, that I would teach, or that I want to fly a plane? I mean, like, I feel like if this was a theory, you'd be like, oh, yeah, I can understand flying a plane. Okay, I shouldn't have said that. That wasn't very nice. Although he'd agree. But, hey, remember the time that people thought that we had hidden racist messages in Super Egg Hunt because Aether yells something in Arabic? And, like, they were like, that's horrible. Like, Liam is trying to, promote the stereotype that all Arabs are terrorists. And I was just like, no, I am not. Thank you, though. No, it wasn't very nice, but it was pretty funny. What did I hate the most about Braille music? I hate that the notes are like D, E, F, G, H, I. That annoyed me a lot. I could never just get my head around it. But I also used to play in band, and I dropped out of band for the sole fact that I did not like concert pitch. To me, a C is a C. But I played clarinet, and so a C was actually B flat, which is not a C. It's B flat. And so the director would be like, play a C, and I'd play a C, and he's like, no, Liam, that's not a C. And I'm like, dude, that's a C. He's like, well, you're doing, we're in concert pitch now. I'm like, well, I'm sorry, I live in the real world. Oh, that I'd be good with kids and I would teach. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of funny because I think people, when they find that out about me, unfortunately have listened to NHB, and they're like, you shouldn't be allowed anywhere near kids. And I'm like, dude, you don't know me. Like, I just say stuff. I played clarinet too, says Jane. I've struggled with Braille music for years. I just played by ear. Yeah, I don't know. I tried to learn it in like 8th grade, and I tried to learn it in 6th grade, actually. I just didn't care. Yeah, unfortunately, people I knew on a personal level thought so. The problem that I had with the whole thing, going back to the whole racism and Super Icon thing, was that nobody approached me privately and said, hey, Liam, I noticed this thing, and I'm kind of concerned by it. Like, somebody just went on the forum and was like, Liam is clearly racist, and all these people that I know back me up, and like, no one actually said anything. Like, no one went like, yeah, I agree, Liam is racist. It was just like, I think that really upset me, because I was just like, dude, if you have a problem, come talk to me. Just be like, I don't approve of this, or this was because, listen, it wasn't done out of malice. I told Aether, I'm like, listen, I'm going to let you come up with your own trophy. It is all you. You do what you want. And he was like, this is what I want to do. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Go for it. And he was like, I'm going to yell something in Arabic. And I'm like, okay, I don't speak it, so I trust you to like not say anything too horrible. And so he's like, this is what I'm saying. And I'm like, okay, cool. So literally the game came out in 2012 and no one ever said anything till 2019. And I forgot about it. And I saw the topic. And I'm like, I don't even understand why this guy's upset right now. Yeah, nobody talks to anyone anymore. They start Twitter threads to get likes and RTs. And to be honest, I thought about that too, about Super Egg Hunt. I thought it was a little insensitive, but I didn't see the point in making a big deal about it. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was anything. Honestly, I mean, because the guy that did it was from Iraq, right? So I was like, well, listen, if he's not offended by it and he lived there and had bombs dropped on his head because, the Gulf War, like, I didn't even think about it, because to me it was like, obviously, let's be honest, just because one person's okay with something doesn't mean that the world's okay with it. But like, I was like, well, if he's signing off on it, then it must not be that big of a deal. So, it doesn't surprise me that he did it himself. And now as an adult, I really couldn't care less. Could have been a quick message. Hey, was this your intent? No, I wasn't, but I could see how it could be taken that way. Yeah, I mean, and that would have been fine. Like, I mean, listen, I know there's a lot of people from Arabic countries that have played Super Egg Hunt, and no one has ever said anything to me. And legit, like, that was not my intent, because first of all, I didn't have an intent. I let people make their own trophies. I was like, all right, you want to do a trophy here, you do what you want within reason. And I mean, I wrote some of them. So like the JJ one, for Minute Rush, I wrote. The Ryan one with the prank calls, I wrote, but there's a lot that I didn't write. And I gave people carte blanche to do what they wanted. I know now that the thing he said in Arabic wasn't anything racist, but are you really saying that wasn't a joke about 9/11 and such? Because it's really hard to believe it's not even. No, I legit was not. The idea was just that, like, he was mad that you got a score, so he blew up the chicken coop. I think what made it, insensitive was the fact that he yelled it in Arabic. I think had he had not, we wouldn't be having this discussion. But because, he calls into a radio, strike it. It's just construed as that. And I never construed it as such. But also, again, I didn't write it. Abdullah says, I mean, I'm an Arab and I didn't notice this thing until they talked about it. And I don't feel there's any offense at all. I'm talking for myself also. I played the game before. I mean, and again, it's such a minor thing that I don't, it's not like you earned like a, terrorism trophy or a 9/11 trophy, or it was never designed to be like that. It was just such a minor thing that we're just like, let's, I literally said to Athir, I'm like, all right, you have chicken coop. What do you want to do? And he's like, well, I want to bomb the chicken coop. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And he's like, I'm going to have my, Athir guy yell something in Arabic. And then he calls in a bombing strike. And I was like, okay. Didn't really think about it. Cause again, I gave people carte blanche to do what they wanted. Yeah, it's hard to believe that he didn't mean it like though. I don't know. I don't think he meant it like anything, honestly. I don't think there was any intent. I think he just wanted to do something funny. Hey, how are you? Just came by. See what you guys are up to, says Colby in the man's channel. Yeah, I'm just hanging out. Yeah, either way, it's hilarious. And I don't feel like overanalyzing it anyways. That's pretty surprising, though, that you guys didn't mean it like that. Yeah, I mean, I certainly didn't. I listen, I won't speak for him. But again, I literally, all I did was production on it. And then, I just did my part. But like, really, I did not go into it with any sort of like preconceived notion. So I never really went into it thinking, hey, I'm going to, make this joke about this thing and this stereotype. It was definitely not my intent because, again, I didn't even, I was just doing stuff. All right. Have a good one, Rocky. I especially love the barbecue sauce line. Yeah, I know. That was really fun. Also, fun fact, when I was recording that, I chewed on my shirt to get the muffled chewing thing. So when I'm like, oh, great, I was actually eating my shirt. But I never really thought about it. And when I saw the post, I was really shocked. And I was like, dude, no one's ever come to me. No one's ever been like, hey, I'm offended by this. And legit, like, if I ever do something that offends somebody, like, I invite them to talk to me about it. Because, again, I don't know that you're offended unless you tell me. And ultimately, I talked to the poster and like I was like, listen, this is what we were doing. There was no malice meant. I'm certainly not trying to further a stereotype. We just wanted to do something fun, and I let him do it. What are we talking about? We're talking about the Chicken Nuggets trophy where Aether bombs the chicken coop, and there were some people, because Aether yells something in Arabic, which is a language that he speaks. There were some people that felt that we were trying to push forward the stereotype that all Arabs are terrorists, and which we were not. But, I understand. And it was, to be fair, the person that was upset was Arabic, and I completely get that. Like, so I get that, and I'm not, not at all mad, but I wish they had approached me and been like, hey, I noticed this thing and I'm a little offended by it. And I've been like, oh yeah, that's cool. Let's talk about it. Classes tomorrow. It's my last week. I'm graduating, so I won't be on for very long. Part of the stuff is probably what you say to him on HB and vice versa. People probably had that preconception because of that. The thing though about NHB, and this is the truth, right? Like, NHB was an excuse to just say whatever. Honestly, I did not, like, I just said things and I didn't mean them. And the unfortunate thing is you can't do that anymore. If you say something, apparently you mean it. And apparently it's the way that you think and act. And apparently you're not allowed to act or put on a persona because that is who you are, which I highly disagree with. I think actors are actors for a reason. They act. And the whole point of NHB was to not be me for a few hours and just let off steam. Unfortunately, like I said, you can't do that anymore. It's just not appropriate. That's why people get canceled. Speaking of Super Icon, is that going to be updated anytime soon? Not anytime soon, no. But hopefully one day it will be updated. We'll see how Brainstation goes. I was always wondering what you were chewing on. That's a good tip for voice acting. Yeah, some voice actors will do that. Really good voice actors will actually, like, when doing pain, they'll actually, like, punch themselves. Or they'll, like, do things to themselves to get that reaction. I just was like, well, I want to make it sound realistic, so chew on my shirt. I'm wearing a shirt. I'm going to chew on it. Yeah, they should have approached you first. Yeah, it would have been nice. I would have appreciated it. I thought it was kind of bad. I would have appreciated if someone had been like, hey, this is how I feel. Because again, honestly, who I am off microphone is especially with, like, when we did NHB is completely different than who I was on microphone, because that was kind of the idea. It wasn't supposed to be me. But again, you can't do that now. It's just not acceptable by anyone. What you say, follows you. Even if you don't mean it, Apparently you mean everything you say. But that probably didn't taste good, did it? No, it didn't. It did not taste good. It was gross, but I didn't really have anything else. I hadn't made any chicken strips or anything that I could actually chew on. So I was like, well, I'm just going to record this and just do it. Congratulations on Brainstation. Yeah, well, it's not out yet, so let's not congratulate me just yet. In my opinion, people have just become way too sensitive. I don't mean everyone, but a lot of people, yes. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get it, and I don't, if that makes sense. I understand why people are more sensitive, but I also think that there are times that we get too sensitive. I think sometimes people just need to calm down. But I also understand. I mean, so I feel that. Yeah, I've heard of the punching thing. Yeah, the punching thing is really popular. Actually, when I was doing the Super Liam 2 stuff, I actually would punch myself in the head or like in the stomach if I wanted like an oomph. You know, you reach back and you just, you know, you kind of go like, and you get more of a real thing than trying to go like, ow, like, because it just sounds fake. I also remember no, I mean, part of the thing about stereotyping is I think we do it, and I think we do it because we like to categorize people, but I honestly don't stereotype because I know all sorts of people from all sorts of places. Obviously some stereotypes are easy. But I have a lot of friends that are Arabic. I have friends that are black. I have friends that are Mexican. I have friends that are white. I have friends that are purple. No, I don't actually think I have any purple friends. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's like we're all humans. I think sometimes we use comedy as low-hanging fruit. But I don't know. I love people. I think it's, I think it's a lot better that way. I think we should treat people with the respect that they deserve. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I don't think it's funny, because there's a lot of jokes that I find hilarious, but I also understand that they're at someone's expense. And that's not always the good thing to do. I would never punch myself. I'm a little too good at punching because I did take Taekwondo. I can't seem to download alpha version of Brainstation for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. It's you should be able to download it. So I don't know what the issue is. It's probably Windows Defender is probably having a problem with it, and there's nothing I can really do about it. That alpha's 5 years old. So, but yeah, I just I think part of it too is I don't take anything seriously, and probably should, but like I just don't take stuff seriously. But I understand that, like, it's hard to, like, I think when you are, I'm not going to get into a whole like white guilt thing because I don't really believe in it, but I do feel like if you are not someone that is stereotyped against, you don't really know how it feels. And so, when you actually, if you are someone that gets stereotyped a lot, obviously stuff hurts more because it's what happens to you. But if you're not someone that understands that, then you like don't know how to deal with it because you've never encountered it. And I think that's true about most things in life. Like, we don't always know how to deal with stuff until we've encountered it. And we can sit here and be hypothetical about, well, how we feel if this happened to us, but we really will never know until it actually happens to us. So I don't know. Anyways, what programming language did you make Brainstation in? AngelScript. I think that's really, I mean, it's Angel script. I want to get into the specifics because the system that I'm using is not publicly available anyways. So it's not really worth going into like, this is what this is, because it's not something that is a public system, you know, because I'm actually, I'm shocked that I'm getting to use it because it was one person wrote it for themselves, but I appreciate that they're like, hey, you have games. Would you like to use my system? And I was like, sure. And you know, it's Sam. I mean, you guys know that. I think I've said that, so it's not like it's a secret. But Sam's building something for Survive the Wild and was like, hey, do you want to use it? And I was like, yes, please. And so I was like, if you let me use it, I will help you fix things. So I was doing a lot of stuff so that we could run old code natively, and we could use pre-existing code and compatibility and all that. But the thing that annoys me the most is people fighting on others' behalf without their permission. That happens a lot now, and it often does more harm to the group they think they are defending. Yeah, you know, it's like, you know, we call them social justice warriors, and it's like, listen, if you're really offended by something, that's fine, but stop fighting on others' behalves when you're just trying to stir up stuff. Like, let the ones that are offended fight. If you maybe, like, obviously, if you have a relative or something that's disabled and someone's really down on disabled people, I can understand you being like, hey, that's not cool, man. Like, you know, but I do feel a lot of times I agree with that. I think people just try to defend just to defend because they feel all powerful. And the problem is it doesn't help because, you know, it's not helping. Are you going to do that cool thing that you did with the music tracks in Super Egg Hunt, where you would take away a bit of the track, depending on what menu you were in? In Brainstation, no. Each menu has different. I went for a different thing this time.
Brainstation.
So like,
Brainstation
here's the main menu. So you're in here, and so you go
Spend coins in the Brainstation achievement.
like to spend coins.
Shop menu. Please choose.
So the shop menu has different music.
With word rush.
And yes, I know that a lot of this music is in RS games. I don't care because I don't care. They don't have exclusive rights to it. If they did, Andre wouldn't make all the music freely available.
Spend achievements. Options menu.
So
Options menu. Please
options
select
has different music. Extras.
Shop help. Join the 10 replay most recently heard extras menu.
Haha, I'm not letting you see what's in this menu. Haha, you don't get to see it. Ah. Because it's secret.
Brainstation. Spend options menu. Help. Join the 10 replay most
Actually,
extras
I'll let you see one thing in extras menu.
Extras menu. Please select an option. Give an angel its wings.
Yeah, you can give an angel its wings. You ring the bell and you give an angel its wings.
Extras menu.
I don't think that's staying in the full version, but I just put it there as a sort of a joke.
Brainstation.
Anyone that's seen or It's a Wonderful Life knows that whole thing. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings or something like that. So I threw it in there. But yeah, I went for a different thing in this game. Everything has its own music. What made him... sorry, Patrick. Made who approach me? Liam, that doesn't work on me anymore. I'm not 11. Okay. Sorry, Patrick. I'm not sure who you're referring to. Sorry. I'm just sending a tweet because we're still here, so I figure I might as well just be like, I'm still here hanging out with viewers. Holy crap. The age of telephones with physical bells must have been amazing for angels. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's probably why they got rid of bells and telephones. You should have different size bells for different size angels to get wings. Just for giggles. Yeah, right. Yeah, I should. I don't know. It was actually, the story is when I was messing with the Super Liam 2 engine I was building, in December, I had actually watched It's a Wonderful Life. And so in December, I had added a menu option for Give an Angel Its Wings. And all it did was just ring a bell. And, so I brought it over from SL2 just as sort of like an homage to, hey, remember this? But I actually would be willing to leave it in the extras menu as sort of a joke. Maybe. What may, I don't know. Sam, I think, knew that I was doing Brainstation and knew that I had stopped doing Brainstation because Philip bailed on BGT. And me and Sam get along really well. And I worked with him on an original project, which is what we did Great Toy Robbery in Python. And so he knew that I had these games and knew I had a lot of games and was like, hey, would you be willing to, use this? I'd be willing to let you, work on it and have it. And I was like, yeah, it'd be great. And I said, I will help you with compatibility so that existing code can run with very to little to no modification. But he just doesn't want to release it publicly. And, that's his choice. I mean, it's his thing, and he shouldn't have, he should be under no obligation to do so either. And because it's his. And, I mean, honestly, like I am, very fortunate that he's letting me use it. But ultimately, at the end of the day, if he was like, no, I don't want you to use it, I'd just be like, okay, that's cool. I understand. Obviously, it would be really bad if he said now, hey, I don't want you to use this. Well, I've already been using it. But you should keep the bell but track it globally for no reason. And they have a scoreboard for who does it the most. Well, there may or may not be achievements attached to the bell. That's all I'm going to say. Which clearly means that there are achievements attached to the bell. Do I know why Philip bailed? If I had to guess, it's because he found real work and was actually making really good money in the private sector working. So it's probably why he bailed. I don't blame him. He was making, I mean, I'm sure he still is. I haven't talked to him in a while, but I'm sure he was making really good money. And it's just, there was no point. He wasn't interested in doing games. He wanted to do his work and make boffo money. Which, hey, I understand that because at the end of the day, again, that's what keeps you in beans and bacon. So, and I've always said, and I'll still stand by it, there really is not a market for audio games because the market size is so small. Brainstation, I think, is going to be something that will sell pretty well because it's very generalized. But even still, if I sell a few thousand copies, I'll be lucky. It's not something that I'm going to sell 1 million copies of. It's not going to make that. I mean, listen, if I could sell 1 million copies of Brainstation, I'd make, obviously the gross would be 30 million, right? That's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. That's life. So if you can work for a company and you have a 9-to-5 job and you're going to make $40, $50 an hour, I don't know. I mean, programmers make good money, so if you're going to make that kind of money, well, what are you going to choose? It's just, you're going to choose the thing that makes you the money. And it's not even about being greedy. It's just, you have that guaranteed income. You always know at the end of the week, you're going to make X amount of money. And, I'm the kind of person that I don't like having variable income. It makes me very nervous. It actually scares me because I don't know from month to month what I'm going to be looking at. Will I make $1,000? Will I make $100? What am I? So it's security. And I think everyone, wants security. And I think everyone has their own insecurities. And for me, I'm very insecure if I don't know that I'm going to make $1,000 a month or $800 a month. Just that I know what I'm always going to have. No, Philip is definitely not working on a new version of BGT. I can pretty much guarantee that to you. Philip has nothing to do with BGT anymore. Wants nothing to do with it. If he did, I would have heard from him because we still chat occasionally, and I can pretty much confirm like he's about as far away from BGT as you can get. Which is too bad. That's really unfortunate. I'm actually sorry to hear that because I thought what he built was very cool. The thing about BGT is it was very cool for prototyping. It's very cool for going, I have an idea. I want to quickly put it down and see if it works and see if it's something that like can actually happen. I did that with when I built I was building Sphere. I wanted to see if I could build like a breakout style sphere, and I was just able to really quickly prototype it in BGT, and I didn't have to worry about doing a whole bunch of like boilerplate framework stuff. I just fire it up and let's see. Okay. You know, I'll just send this thing off and send it through the blocks. Oh gosh. There we go. This thing's making me dizzy. Don't I have a button to tell me how many are left? Oh, yeah, there we go.
76 bricks left.
This thing is making me dizzy. Oh, I missed it. Here. Also, I don't think it's supposed to go through the bricks like that. It should probably bounce off the bricks. Also, I didn't plan this thing out very well, but... Ah, I missed it again. Anyways, it allows you to prototype stuff really quickly. And that was always a huge advantage to having something like BGT where you didn't have to worry about like doing stuff. It was just like in a few lines of code, I can see, will this work? Is this something that I actually want to build? It's the same thing like when I made that Olympics game. I just wanted to go like, can this work? Is this actually reasonable? I wish more mainstreams would make, mainstream devs made products accessible. So I'm not going, hey, look at this audio game I can't play with the sighted. I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, obviously, the whole reason with accessibility, I could talk about it for hours and the pratfalls and stuff of why we don't have more accessible things. But maybe he was just really hard up for cash at the time. But otherwise, that feels like a very big insult to the community. Yeah, I don't understand his reasoning. Yeah, to sell QNAP. You know, I'm not going to question everything he does. I don't think it was a good decision. I don't know what his reasoning was, and that's between him and himself, you know. But I agree. I don't think it was the right decision to do. But you know, the idea is in business to make something, and you make it for a very small amount of money, and then you sell it to a company that wants it for a lot more money. So in that way, he was very business-minded, but unfortunately, the result of that was not wise because, yeah, it did, you know, it really hurt the base that bought the thing And I'm all about, like, if you want to make something exclusive and you want to buy rights to it, that's fine. But I felt the way that it was done was not correct. But ultimately, whatever, that's neither here nor there. But I mean, really, at the end of the day, your whole thing of starting a business is to try to make money. And so what a lot of businesses do is, you know, they make something and it's cool, and then they sell it for boffo bucks. Look at, like, Dark Sky sold to Apple for like hundreds of millions, or I don't know how much the sales price was, but like, I think that was like one guy that built Dark Sky. I mean, he banked, made himself a millionaire. Like, that's how it works. You just can't do that in accessible gaming because there's no money in that. But, ultimately, he had to do what he had to do. I don't agree. Like, I still don't agree with bailing on BGT and then not open and sourcing it or giving it to someone to work on. But he was done with it. And I think his concern was that if he open sourced it, he'd have people bothering about, how does this work? Or how does that work? And, when you're working full time, that's the last thing you want to deal with. But so I get that. I can't fault him for that. But I do think, it could have been handled a little better. And it sucks because, like I said, BGT had some cool things about it. Obviously, the just absolute massive amount of clones of stolen code and forking and all that stuff going on. Unauthorized. I think I'm the one that came up with the term of unauthorized forks, which I think is very appropriate rather than cloning. I just never liked the term cloning. I really much prefer unauthorized forks because really that's what it was it was taking code and forking it, but it was really not code that was supposed to be out there in the first place. And I don't even want to get into that whole thing. Let's just not even go there. I would disagree with you. I think it is suited for large releases. I think the problem with it is that it needs to be maintained. And honestly, what we're doing is very similar to BGT. And when Brainstation comes out, I will prove that it is suited. And Sam's going to prove it with Survive the Wild that, yes, this will work for large releases. What doesn't work is having an unmaintained system that has some issues that can't be resolved. I always forget about Sphere. Now, Sphere was never really released. I do believe somebody took a couple demos I had given to some friends and posted them on Audio Archive or something, and I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is. I hope so you could type that if you type beep into the main menu, you can play beep. Oh, don't tempt me, Super Freak. Don't tempt me. I might code that. Don't friggin' tempt me, because now I kind of want to do it. Oh man. And the thing is, I coded beep in the new system.
Welcome to beep. Press enter to begin or escape to end.
Okay, so enter.
Well, okay, I said enter or escape. That was not the enter or escape key. Let's try that again. Welcome to beep. Press enter to begin or escape to end.
This is Commander Crap. Listen up. There's a bunch of aliens trying to kill you. Use your space bar to kill them. Because that's what you have to do in this game.
That hurt. That hurt. Ow. That hurt. Bow, bow, bow.
I'm gonna tell my mom.
That hurt. That hurt. I'm playing beep.
You got me.
You got me. That hurt.
I'm gonna tell my mom.
I forgot about that.
I'm gonna tell my mom.
You got me.
I'm gonna tell my mom. Ow. Well, I'm done.
I forgot about this thing. Beep is the greatest game ever made. I love beep. Hold on, I have a text. Just a quick sec. No, comma, they would have needed to have gone in about 4 hours ago, period. I did not realize you didn't want to go out until 3 o'clock, comma, and by then it was too late to put them on, period. Unauthorized forks, illegal spoons, and bootleg butter knives. How long did that take you to make? Listen, it's still a work in progress. Lines of code, I don't know. It's pretty big. I like, Notepad has trouble running it sometimes with all the code that's in here. There's a lot going on in this game. So it's really complex. There's just a lot. There's a lot going on with Beep. There really is. There's almost too much going on with Beep, to be honest with you. I need to like simplify it because, yeah, some of the functions and stuff, man, it's like it hurts my processor. I'm actually surprised that I can still stream while I play it. How old were you in that intro? Damn, LOL. I was pretty young. I actually did keep the Commander Crap thing, which, by the way, it's spelled with a K and not a C, so he's Commander KRAP. I actually knew that I was going to want to use that, so when I did the actual Beep commercial, I actually saved it separately, which is not something that I did all the time. Liam, I love your sense of humor. What are you talking about? I'm being serious. Beep is pretty rich coming from the guy that made Super Shot and Pigeon Panic. I don't know, man. Those games are nothing compared to Beep. Like, I mean, Beep is hard. I should release Beep. I don't know. I don't think people are ready for Beep. I don't. You can't handle the Beep. I'm thinking about skipping right ahead to Beep 2, Beep's Revenge. I'm thinking that might be a good, thing to do. Well, I mean, now I got to find the commercial, but I mean, honestly, Beep is just, I don't know. Beep is Beep. It's one of those things that, like, it was me trying to be sarcastic and satirical. And the thing is, it's not wrong, though. Like, it is very true in some ways. I'm trying to find the actual Beep commercial.
It's this summer's hottest accessible game release, Beep!
This is Commander Crap. Listen up. There's a bunch of aliens trying to kill you. Use your space bar to kill them. Because that's what you have to do in this game.
That's right, it's this summer's hottest release, Beep. You don't have to know any fancy keystrokes. In fact, you don't really have to do much of anything. Just sit there when you hear the beep, press your spacebar. Here's a sample of the game. Oh, I am dead. I have been shot. Oh, you got me. Ow, I am a dead alien. That's right. It's Beep, the only game that proves that blind people will buy just about anything. If you'd like to buy a copy of this exciting game, send $20 PayPal to Liam at l-works.net. That's Liam, L-I-A-M, at l-works.net. And we'll ship you a copy as soon as we feel like it.
Oh, my God. That was the summer of, I forgot what was coming out, but there was a bunch of crap. And, like, people were buying it. They thought it was great. And I was just like, really? Like, you're making garbage and people are spending money on it? And so, I just had this idea for the stupidest game ever. And it was Beep. There was no point to it. It was just like, it's a stupid game. You have to send $25 to Elworks to find out what happens if you don't press space and beep. Listen, and here's the problem. Like, I actually had people emailing me going, hi, is there going to be a demo of beep? I don't want to spend money until, and the problem is they were serious, and that's what bothered me. And Gene says, I'll buy it. Forget about putting Doom on a toaster and a pregnancy test. It's all about putting beep on a stone tablet. Hold on. I'm not really sure, period. I'll be done around 7, period. I apparently need to figure out dinner. I was supposed to make Swedish meatballs today. And then we were like, no, we're going to go out for sushi. And then we both were like, no, we're too tired. But like, that wasn't decided till like 4 in the afternoon. Well, I mean 3, because I've been streaming since 3:30. But it was decided like late. And so I didn't have time to put meatballs on because they take like 4 or 5 hours to slow cook. So I don't know. I got to come up with something. Maybe I'll air fry some corn dogs or something. Sorry, I'm bitching now. Sorry, guys. I'm just talking out loud. Beep 2, Electric Boogaloo. So does anything actually happen? Yeah, the world ends. You don't want to not press spacebar. It's not good. Don't not press the spacebar. When that beep comes, you gotta be. Oof. Great, now I'm hungry again, and I just ate. Yeah, I make really good Swedish meatballs. I think they're good. I mean, other people might be like, these suck, but I don't care what they think because they're my meatballs. I make really good Swedish. In fact, a friend of mine got the recipe from me and makes them constantly now. So, but they're really good, and they're easy to make. It's let's see, bag of frozen meatballs. Can of low sodium broth.
Patrick Kelly donated $19.99.
Hey, thank
through
you.
Super Chat. Gimme my game.
I think Beep is up somewhere, actually. Legit. Check Audio Games Archive. I think there's an old version of it up there. But I should re-release it at some point. Maybe April Fool's Day, I'll just do Beep or something like for next year. That might be kind of fun. I mean, it's kind of a lazy, April Fool's Day thing, but I maybe I should just do Beep. Be like, here you go, guys. Here's Beep. I know you wanted it. We'll see. Could probably throw Beep in there. I'll probably like do Beep, and then I'll just like add a bunch of fake sounds to make the file really big. And I'll be like, wow, Beep is like 200 megs. And it's just Beep. No, I'm not going into Beep and not pressing it. I'm not ready for what happens, okay? It's bad. It's like what happens when Freddy catches you in Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm not doing it. So yeah, so Swedish meatballs. Bag of meatballs, can of low sodium beef broth, can of, if you can get low sodium can of cream mushroom soup, do it. You'll appreciate it because they'll be less salty. Also a packet of like French onion soup mix, or you can use like the beefy onion. That's really good too. You mix all that stuff together, add, I believe, a tablespoon of steak sauce. I don't tend to use it. It's either a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons. It's up to you. If you really want the Swedish meatball flavor, do a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg and either a 1/4 or half of allspice. I tend to do half of allspice, half of nutmeg, but you can adjust as needed. Add all that stuff to a crock pot. I believe it's low for 3 to 4 hours. Then when you're done with that, boil up some egg noodles, add them to the pot with some sour cream. So add your sour cream at the end. Don't cook the sour cream because I don't know what will happen. It might curdle if you throw it in there for 4 hours. But add your sour cream to the meatballs. I like to just add my egg noodles in because I don't like to separate everything out. Add it into your meatballs, and you have Swedish meatballs. And they're not like, I guess they're faux Swedish meatballs. They're like Swedish meatballs. He SL2 game book. I've already done the Super Liam 2 game book. Hey, I should do that on the marathon. Oh man, I should actually do that. I should play Super Liam 2 on the marathon, but actually do the Super Liam 2 game book. I mean, I guess I just blew that surprise out by talking out loud about it, but yeah, Liam, you should have known people would want to buy Beep. You know what they say about looking into the void, it looks back at you. Poor Liam and his first world Swedish meatball problems. No. But I do recommend the low sodium stuff because you really don't want to end up with salty balls. It's just not, they're not good. It's not a good thing. Because that's, I noticed that the first time, like I didn't use low sodium and I was like, wow, these are really salty. No, I just get regular like beef meatballs, like the snack size that you can get like in the freezer section. So I would do like 32 ounces, so 2 pounds. And they come out really good. It's a favorite of mine to make. And it's easy. I also make a really good tater tot casserole that is actually a slow cooker casserole. That's a little more work, so I don't always like to make it because I've got to like brown beef and make veggies and do a bunch of extra stuff. But that one's yummy. That always comes out good. So I would highly recommend that. I tend to make sometimes I'll do pan fried pork chops. Those are good. I had done brats a couple times. I haven't made them recently, but I do like beer brats. I'm out of beer and I can't drink beer anymore. I can't drink alcohol anymore. So I don't tend to have beer in my fridge because if I don't have it in the fridge, then I can't drink it. You should package your Swedish meatball recipe in Braille along with Beep on CD. Yeah, I was thinking about putting Beep on a floppy, but I need a lot of floppies. Beep on CD. I think we should send Beep on a flash disk. On a thumb drive. I don't know. No, I like that idea for next year though. Just Beep 2. And it's just Beep, but with a bunch of fake sounds that make the package really big. Or just some padding data or something. So it's like a 200 meg file that you download and it's literally just beep. And you're like, why? Why did I waste my time? Because it's April Fool's Day. I do like the game book though. I will say, like, if you've never played it, go to lworks.net and click on Super Liam 2 and play the game book. It's really stupid, but it was fun to write. And I think it's funnier and more clever than it seems on the surface because there's a lot more going on that you like don't realize right away, and that made it fun to make. I like to call beef broth cow juice because honestly, we all know that's what it is. It kind of looks like juice in the package. Didn't you drink plain? Yeah, I did. But I can't drink anymore. I'm on some new meds. And I take them twice a day, and you cannot mix them with alcohol. Otherwise, it's like if you cross the streams, like in Ghostbusters, you can't cross meds and alcohol. Bad things happen. The world ends. It's a lot like what happens if you don't press the button during Beep. Like, it's very similar to that, but I think Beep is worse, actually. Yum, a nice tall glass of cow juice. Yum. Liam, I found Beep. Yay. Now, I think that version of Beep does not unleash the Kraken if you don't press the button. I think you're safe there, but yeah, like The new Beep, yeah, I'm pretty sure it like, the Kraken comes out. So I wouldn't recommend it in this new one. Bad things happen. The world ends. So again, if you're coming in late, next Thursday, Jackbox, we'll be doing a lot of Party Pack 9. We'll be on YouTube. I'm hoping 1 p.m. Eastern. And then in the evening, I'll be over on Twitch playing some Jackbox. And I'm not going to do all 5 games on YouTube. I will try to do them all on Twitch. But my hope is to catch this around the launch. And I'm hoping that some of my Jackbox pals will check in and at least say hello. And we'll chat. Chase, I know, was here last year. Lena came last year, and that was cool. So maybe we'll see Lena, Chase, I don't know who else, Alex, Ryan, maybe even Warren. I don't know. But I'm hoping that we'll get some of the peeps to kind of show up, and maybe some of the voiceover talent. I'm going to try to reach out and see who might stop by and say hello. No one wants salty Swedish balls. No one. Oh, jeez. I mixed Klonopin with Fireball. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Seriously. Never mix meds with alcohol, especially anything that's either an anti-anxiety or like a depression med. Never. I mean, I've seen it happen, and the results are disastrous. Don't be that guy or girl. No, just don't be that human. That's how I'm gonna go with it. Don't be that human. Also, too, They Might Be Giants are doing a free concert tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's on Flycast or something. Superfly. What's it called? Super Freak? I don't know what this thing's called. Machine Fly? I think it's Machine Fly. They're doing a free show tonight, and they're doing the Flood album cover to cover. They're not saying what order they're doing the songs in. It could be alphabetical. It could be random. It could be backwards. But they're doing the entire Flood album. I'm super excited because Flood's a really good album. It's 32 years old. It's such an old album. And it's free. It's a free show. You can watch it online. Whoop. So, Liam, I'd love to see a stream where you just go through a bunch of your old projects just for fun. You've made some funny stuff, it seems. Yeah, it might be kind of a fun thing to do one day. You can only reminisce for so long, but maybe I will. Maybe one day we'll do that. I do like the idea, though, of playing the game book on the marathon. I might actually do that. Super Liam too. And then when we get there, I'm just like, all right, here's the game book, and I narrate it. I like feeding. My favorite thing is feeding the beer to the wallaby. Super Liam 2 Alpha. Alpha version 1. Copyright 2019 Lworks. All rights reserved. Welcome to the sequel to Super Liam. Get ready to find out what happens after X1 was defeated. This game has been over 14 years in the making, and we're glad to finally bring you an alpha version. Use the link below to start. Click the toggle UI bar option to collapse the UI bar. Click here to begin. Sorry, no, I'm sorry. A cold, biting wind swept over the platform Super Liam stood on. Even his suit, with its helmet, couldn't keep the chill out. Behind him, in the distance, lay the smoking ruins of X1's lab. What a fight, said Liam. Now the question is, how do I get out of here? Also, how come Dr. Quark hasn't paged me in forever? Did he fall asleep or something? Just then, Liam noticed a glowing crystal laying by his feet. He picked it up, and the platform began to crumble underneath him. Ah! Exclaimed Liam. Crunch! Exclaimed the platform. Liam found himself falling and falling. Wind rushed past him as he kept falling. click the link that says wake up. Wait a second. You can't just wake up. This is not how this works. Seriously, wake up. You're falling through space. You've just destroyed an evil robot bent on destroying the world, and I'm going to be late for work. The alarm clock jolts you awake. You topple out of bed, landing in a rather undignified heap on the ground. You mutter to yourself as you pick yourself up. Oh man, I had the weirdest dream. I was some superhero or something. It was crazy. No matter though, I got stuff to do today. The project for the Goldstein account is due, and I still have to put the finishing touches on that. Oh, and I need to make sure I pick up some Happy Hopper at the pet store on my way home. I'm running low, and that Wallaby sure can eat. You wander into your bathroom. Little separator there. Your morning routine finished. You shuffle over to your closet to pick out your outfit for the day. Oh, and then I can let you guys vote. So we have wear the suit and tie, wear the slacks and sweater, wear the take this job and shove it t-shirt along with the holy jeans. Yeah, I know 78's been out for a while. I actually streamed it when it first came out. I haven't had a chance to stream it since, but so yeah, I'm going to stream. I think I'm going to do the Super Liam 2 Alpha on the marathon. I think that'd be really fun. And let people vote on what we do. That's really fun. Holy jeans all the way, says Blind Goofball. You can't fall in space, Liam. There's no down. Well, listen. You can in my world. Didn't Bob Ross say, like, it's your world, you can do whatever you want with it? It's my world, so I can do whatever I want with it. And then I can beat the devil out of it. With some happy little trees and some happy little clouds. Do you remember your thoughts behind Super Shot? Yeah, actually, Super Shot was a high school project. Everyone was doing these little stupid projects in school, and I actually wanted to do something cool. And so I was like, I'm going to make a game. And so I made a really simple game, and it was hilarious because the programming teacher was like, how come there's nothing on the screen? He's like, sighted people can't play it. And I was just like, dude, now you know. Now you know what it's like. I'm like, welcome to my world, my friend. He's like, well, there should be like things here. I'm like, dude, how do you think we feel about your games? He didn't like that very much, but it was true. We didn't really get along very well. Honestly, we had very differing opinions and stuff, but yeah, it was a high school project because I wanted to just do something cool because everyone's doing like, I made a program that displays a picture, and when you click the button, the picture spins around until you puke. And someone else was like, I made a program that stores information about movies, but it doesn't store it in a database. It just stores it in variables. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a game that's an audio game that blind people can play. And that's really where it started. I wanted to do something different. Yeah, teacher tried to play it and couldn't figure out what the hell he was doing. But also, too, we didn't have like headphones because you had to hear it when you were showing it off. And so it just didn't work very well for that. But I made something cool and unique. I mean, it was different. So that's the story of Super Shot. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed my story. And they all lived happily ever after. The end. Once upon a time. Once upon a time, the end. But no, I just thought it was something interesting and different, and I like to be different. Also, too, if you were late to the stream, is it Bop It? It wasn't really like Bop It, really. It was just like, I guess the idea maybe came from Bop It, but the idea was I want to do something with stereo audio, and I wanted to do something that was unique. And I mean, I could have done any sort of audio game, but games using stereo audio were becoming kind of a big thing. So it was like, well, let's do something, you know. And I never really thought about making it into like a paid project or anything. And really, honestly, let's be honest, Super Shot would never be worth any money nowadays. But, you know, it was a different time back then. And I don't know. I learned a lot from that. And it was fun. So, yeah, again, I had mentioned Jackbox. For those that missed it, I was over at Jackbox on Monday. Actually worked, played around. There was playing because we played the games, but I was doing accessibility auditing and testing. So I'm super excited for Pack 9, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. I hope. I want Super Shot Ultra, the extended cut, RPG edition, says Super Freak. All right, so it is almost 10 to 7. I need to start figuring out food because They Might Be Giants concert is in an hour, and I would like to watch it. So I'm going to start getting ready and grab some Dinder. I was going to say Din, and then it came out as Dinder. Dinder is like Tinder, but for people that are hungry instead of frisky. Instead of something else. They're hungry for food instead of hungry for, you know, something else. So thanks for hanging out, guys. This has been a lot of fun. I did not think I was going to be here that long. Really, all we did was just kind of shoot the breeze. And but sometimes that's nice. So glad you guys could join me. I am going to bounce, and I will hopefully stream soonish. I would definitely like to stream this week to get ready for Jackbox. I'm going to try to finish Last of Us sooner than later. If it looks like Flight Sim is going to let me do enough stuff, I am going to stream that. I want to play the beta. I'm really psyched now. Damn it, Joshua, for telling me about that. But I've really wanted to do the AI flight stuff for a long time, so I guess I can't be too angry. So I'm going to check that out. If I think it's going to be something that's interesting, we'll do some flight sim, and maybe we'll plan a trip and we'll talk about like what we're flying over. I'll have to see like what can actually be done, you know, what will work, and all that crappy hap. But anyways, I do want to thank you guys for being here. Not doing the Patreon stuff this time. I need to go through the list, see who's current, who's not. I'll have it set up for the next stream. Remember, November 19th, November 20th are going to be the marathon. So it's about 5 weeks from now. Plenty of time to get ready, get your snacks, get your drinks. Join me. We're going to have a whole lot of gaming. We're going to have a whole lot of prizes. I don't know what all I'm going to be giving away, but I'm really going to try to have a nice prize spread this year. So, you know, hopefully a lot of people can win some good stuff. Imagine if you really shot the breeze. That would be very irresponsible and dangerous. Yes, especially if someone's nickname was the Breeze. I shot the Breeze. Well, why? What did the Breeze do to you? He's a nice dude. You know, he volunteers at the homeless shelter, and he fosters kittens. Why would you shoot him? You're a monster. I may harp on Super Shot, but me and my dad bonded over that game, and he's not in my life anymore. So I still appreciate it, even though by today's standard, it kind of sucks. Oh yeah, by today's standard. Listen, it did not age well, but again, that was 2002. That was 20 years ago. Things have changed. Thank God. You know, I'm so glad they have changed. But anyways, guys, again, I want to thank you. I did not expect to be here for 3 hours. I'm so glad that I was, though. I'm so glad that you guys came and hung out with me. Thanks to everyone who super chats. Thanks to everyone who shares, likes, all those things. Could not do it without you. I really do appreciate it immensely. I will be back soonish. I don't know when, but we'll definitely do some streaming. We'll do some gaming. Of course, I will be here Thursday for Jackbox. That's a given. And get ready for some fun games. I'm super excited. Get excited. Fibbage is going to be great. Nonsensory is going to be a hoot. Junktopia will be a lot of fun. Quicksort is going to be interesting. And I'm actually, that's the one that everyone was like, no, we're not going to be able to play that. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure we won't be able to play Quicksort? Find out next week if we can or not. Anyways, I will see you guys later. As always, thanks for watching and or listening. Good night and good corn.